Watch football without the restrictions of blackouts or cable? Check out expressvpn.com to help you get access to all the live games. Sign up today using the link in the description to get 3 free months. Action. Yoda Bolt Fam, it's the director. Bolt Fam. First off, I want to say, been keeping tabs on what's going on in LA. Everybody out there, Bolt Fam, stay safe. I know there was some issues with the earthquake on top of the hurricane. It's like the perfect storm, quote unquote. So everybody out there, stay safe. Especially if you are attending the game today, everybody. I know Michael McLean, I don't know if you guys know that this young man, up and coming Chargers YouTuber, he texted me, said he was going to the game today. So all Bolt fam, including everybody we know out there, be safe, have fun, enjoy yourselves, but certainly put your safety above everything else. Randall Rosnick coming in with a $5 haul. It says, first donate to the man, the myth, the legend, the director. Let's go, Bull fam. Hey, thank you so much, Randall. Appreciate the love there, man. Let's get some shout outs in the chat. Now that we got the salutations out of the way, we got Slump in here. We got Eric Johnson, Bolt Billy, King D. Lloyd. What's up, man? I'm seeing some names I remember for the first time coming back in here, man. We got Robert Jimenez. We got Logan Rufy, Leafin Gus. We got Man Nugent. We've got Samuel Fisher, Jay the Golden Mike, Carola. What's going on, my man? Excuse me, what's going on, my man? Guys, I had a little bit of watermelon and tahini. I don't know if you guys have ever tried it. It is absolutely fantastic. That was the lunch of choice today. We got the game going on right now. Luckily for me, I'm in a market where I'm seeing it on YouTube TV tonight. Of course, we got that all squared away when we weren't quite sure what was going to be going on with ExpressVPN, and shouldn't say that, but more so NFL Game Pass. ExpressVPN saved our butts last week. But for those of you looking to catch the game tonight, definitely check out the app and the website. They usually have a tab open for the game going live. May actually go ahead and put that in the description for you guys, because that certainly saved my butt last week. Here we go. I think it's literally just chargers.com. Go out there, see if you can hit that watch live button. And for me last week, if it's blacked out for you guys, because I know it's blacked out in NFL Plus, if it's blacked out for you guys, pull out your handy dandy VPN and push yourself to a market where it is not blacked out. Okay, that's going to be a tool I'm going to be using all season long too, even with NFL Sunday ticket. So what's going on, everybody? Good to see you in here. A couple more shout outs as we get ready to kick off. We got Hugo the Doorman Boss in here as always. We got Miguel. What's going on, dude? The mods in the house. We got Fu. We got Eddie Saldana. Good to see you, man. Love to see those comments every single video. We got Ginger Man coming in. Ginger Man 21. Appreciate the love there, dude. Jay coming in with the 29 months. He says, bolt up, baby. Go, Mike J. Thank you so much for the love, man. And then Chase coming in with a $2 houses. Remember me, bolt up, brother. Bolt up, brother. Certainly, I remember you, man. We notify the sister that the brother has been found. Good to see you, Chase. Much love in here, man. Much love. See a couple of comments in there. I've seen some people able to get Game Pass still working now that it's moved to DAZN. I call it DAZN because of the way that it is spelled, but DAZN. There are a couple ways to do it. If you guys want to check out my tutorial video on ExpressVPN, there are new instructions in the description there on how to get that working. But for everybody else, these are the times to kind of figure these things out, to tinker, to find out, you know, what's working, what's not working before kickoff is here. Make sure you guys are all squared away for the regular season as well. Let's hit up some of these comments, man. While we get ready, we got just a few minutes before kickoff. I'm gonna go ahead and put my screen up right here as we're getting ready. I'm seeing some highlights from last week's game. Huge bolt up to Darius Davis last week, man. That was sick. That was sick. All right, let's go ahead and put the volume on for me here. You guys can't hear that, right? We're good. We're good. So last week, Bolt fam, I don't know about you dudes, but me personally, this has been the longest week waiting for a preseason game I've ever experienced. It feels like last week was so exciting. This week, I feel like could be just as exciting. I'm ready for some Chargers football. Something seems off on the screen here. I know exactly what it is. Hang on. We gotta pay some respect to that LaDainian Tomlinson jersey hanging up there, baby. Let's go. The GOAT is lit. The GOAT is lit, and we're ready to go, baby. We're ready to go. Let's hope no more earthquakes. Yes, everybody please stay safe out there. Anyway, last week, super hype game. Darius Davis going off for that special teams touchdown. Certainly got a lot of Chargers fans excited. Let's go ahead and put this down here. Everybody else waiting out here. There we go. Elijah Dotson. Are we going to see more love from Elijah Dotson today, too? I think so, man. I think with the move earlier this week, I don't know if you guys caught it, Larry Roundtree, the former Chargers, I will say RB4/5, depending on what day it was, right? He got let go, which means that the Chargers are probably looking at this new guy, Dotson, and thinking, hey, man, we might got something in this kid. Let's give him a couple more carries today, a couple more carries in week 3 of the preseason, and see what happens. See what happens. They're not showing the game on YouTube TV for Hugo. It's probably because of the market thing, Hugo. Hugo, I don't know if you've got the VPN, but load it up on the website, the Chargers website. And if it still says you're in market or whatever that's going to block you, push your signal somewhere else and see and reload the page and see if that works. It worked for me last week. Dotson, we got Dotson here. Dude, Juan, that's hilarious because my wife said the exact same thing. She says, director, you've got to open up the next show with that clip from Jurassic Park. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm totally going to do it. And when I went to go and looking for the clip, it was titled Dogson, like dog, like woof woof, Dogson here. I was like, no, it was so perfect. I probably should have just still done it anyway, but I would have known. But still, you're in good hands in the stream, Juan. I actually just bought tickets today to take my wife to see the theatrical re-release of Jurassic Park coming up next week for the 30th anniversary. So we'll get to see that clip on the big screen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we're waiting for, it's definitely crazy out there via the weather. It looks like the Chargers and Saints getting ready to hit things off here. We got Easton Stick practicing on the sideline. Number 35. You know what? I got to go pull up the roster here real quick, too. I almost forgot. We got to make sure that we have a refresher on all of the numbers coming into the preseason. Sometimes things move around. Like 35 last week. There was 2 of them on the roster. I don't know if you guys caught that. 2 of them on the roster. Let's actually go chargers.com, grab the roster, and sort by number. Is Darius Davis our next lightning bug? I think he is. I think he's going to be kind of like, I don't know. a part of me feels like he showed a lot that's special, but somebody posted a clip. Maybe we'll go take a look here on X, Twitter, here in just a little bit. But they posted a clip of him just absolutely torching a defender in the Saints joint practice this last week. And it just, again, it once again proves to me that this kid's got way more than just speed. And what have I said for months and months and months and months since the beginning of this channel? Wide receivers need to be more than just speed. And so far, so good with our guy, Darius Davis. Did I see Bijan Robinson's first run game? I have not yet. I have not. It's been a very busy weekend. Very busy weekend. And we got Darius Davis back there, guys. We're getting ready to kick off. Darius Davis sitting back there, ready to receive the kickoff. And that's kind of crazy how all of a sudden, already, I'm super excited for this game, baby. Let's go. Yeah, it looks like it's starting. Saints getting ready to kick off here. I'll make sure I didn't miss anybody on the super chats. Here we go, dudes. Chargers versus Saints. Kicking off now at SoFi Stadium with number 12, Darius Davis, who had a touchdown last week, set to return. And here comes Davis. Past the 10, going to make a move, runs into his own guy, and falls into the 20-yard line. But there is a flag out. It looks like Joshua Kelly got caught up on a block there, and Darius Davis kind of ran into him, helmet popping off. But still, there is a flag on the ground. We'll see what it is. Might be on the Chargers in that return. While we're waiting, folks, while we're waiting on that, keep an eye out here. We got underdog fantasy going on right now. Oh, it's actually on the Saints, by the way. 15-yard penalty for the Chargers in their favor. And they're going to get a nice starting field position here. Guys, wish me luck today. I don't think Derek Carr was ever starting. Guys, keep an eye on the Twitter or on the X, right? For when I post stuff like this, I was like, I'm pretty sure Derek Carr's not playing today. And if that's the case, smash the lower on Underdog Fantasy. That's definitely kind of a freebie right there. So let's keep moving on here. The Chargers, first play of the game is going to be a run. It's Joshua Kelly, who's going to pick up a couple of yards. Second down coming up. Easton Stick in at quarterback. And he had a pretty nice day last week. Can't remember quite the statage, but I do remember it was quite a nice day through the air for Easton Stick. He looked very proficient out there as a Chargers number 2 quarterback. Oh, they're still talking about the storm, Hugo. I hope they push that out real quick for you guys out there. Here comes Easton Stick. Boot action. He's going to toss it in the middle of the field looking for a chicken parm who is not going to be able to reel it in. 3rd and 6, who was thrown a little bit too far in front of him. And the Chargers will have a 3rd and medium in front of them to try and convert on their first drive of the night. Let me get a quick refresher on what we have here. So I need Easton Stick with 101 passing, Quinton with 23.5 receiving, Isaiah Spiller with 38.5 rushing plus receiving, and then Derek Carr just not to play. Here comes Easton Stick, fires over the middle. He's going to find his man, Josh Kelly, but he's going to be just short, maybe about a yard short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 1. Chargers likely going to punt it here. Where are they? They're at about midfield, so I guess they could go for it, but more than likely we're going to see a punt by the Chargers on their first drive. So I was concerned about the game because of Hill. Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. Here comes J.K. Scott, who, in my opinion, may be a top 5 punter in the league. Let's go ahead and be honest. I think he's the best, but we'll have to wait and see when the metrics come out this season. He's got that punt up in the air. He's known for his crazy hang time. It's still up. Finally brought in by a Saint inside the 5. He'll make a move to the outside, gaining about 5-6 yards, giving the Saints a first down inside the 20. Excuse me, inside the 15. No Derek Carr today. But again, like I was saying with the underdog dudes, I was freaking out on Twitter earlier today. I was like, hey, man, if you're part of the underdog gang with the director, we're not going to see Derek Carr, and there's a thing out for him for a lower pick, right? Lower than 62.5 passing yards. So definitely make sure keep an eye out for stuff like that, because those are what we consider freebies in underdog, and definitely take those all day. Here comes the first play by the Saints. It's a handoff to number 25 of the Saints. And I'm actually going to go pick up the Saints roster real quick here, too, so I can give you guys the proper names of these guys by number. So number 25 of the Saints goes by the name Kendre Miller, the rookie. Hey, a lot of Chargers fans know that name. A lot of Chargers fans were hoping he would be in powder blue, although I think it worked out for us in the running back room. Here comes the next pass by Jameis Winston over the middle to number 17. It's A.T. Perry, the rookie, who had a pretty nice day last week. He's going to pick up a few yards, 3rd and 2, defended by Jasir Taylor. Jasir Taylor, who's had a lot of hype this offseason as perhaps the Chargers' new nickel. Whether or not how much you read into it is up to you. I think the Chargers have themselves a couple of nice nickels out there. Maybe a rotation of nice nickels. But still, it's really good to have another name to add to that rotation. Jasir Taylor, very nice in man, very good in run defense. 3rd and 2 coming up for the Chargers. Jameis Winston, trio of wide receivers to his right. He's going to hand off to number 25, Kendre Miller, who's fighting, picking up the first down for the Saints. In and around the 27-yard line. Kendre Miller, who looks like he was stuffed early, kept turning those legs and sort of sliding to the left of the offensive line. Chargers trying to find an angle on him before Dayan Henley finally got an arm around his shoulder, bringing him down to the ground. Number 50 of the Chargers was the one to initially make contact there. Number 50 of the Chargers, of course, David Moa. David Moa getting some snaps in this week, making the stop. Here comes Jameis Winston, trying to panic, looking for an open man. He's going to scramble to the right, fires, hits his man on the outside, running back Kendre Miller again, but there is a flag. Could be for holding against the Saints. We're going to need prayers in San Diego area. Hopes this burn in the storm doesn't knock our power out. Hugo, best of luck to you, my friend. Keep us updated. Keep us updated, my friend. Stay safe out there. At least you got the game, right? At least you got the game in CW. Now, it looks like the penalty, yes, on the Saints. Was that Storm Norton for real? Was that Storm Norton out there for real? Oh, my goodness. 1st and 20 coming up for the Saints. Here comes Jameis Winston. Fires over the middle. He's going to find his man. Once again, Kendre Miller, who's been very involved this week, is going to come up with a few yards there. 2nd and 17 coming up. Are we positive that was Storm Norton out there? I'm pretty sure it was. I'm looking it up now, guys, via the Saints roster. No way. Is it Norton? Oh, my God. It totally is. Number 72 on their line, Storm Norton. Making his way back to SoFi Stadium. Here comes 2nd and 17. Jameis Winston fires it off. It's a screen to the left side. Running back running all the way to the end of the edge of the sideline. Picks up around 8 yards, maybe 9. It'll be 3rd and long coming up for the Saints. Pushed out of bounds by rookie Dayan Henley. Let's go ahead and make sure our things are working here. Hang on. I gotta plug in the buttons here. I knew we were forgetting something. We need our buttons. 3rd and 8 coming up. 3rd and 8. Jameis Winston fires over the middle, and he's going to go incomplete. It's Jasir Taylor versus Perry. And Jasir, with the thumbs down, keeps saying, no, sir, not today. Not today. That's going to be a nice stop for the Chargers defense. And a 4th and 9 with likely a punt coming up. There we go. I think we're all settled in here now, man. Let's grab some of these chats, baby. Victor Vasquez. What's up, Bolt fam? Let's do this. So ready for the season. Bolt up, baby. 24 months. Thank you so much for the shout out. Nicholas Petrilli says shout out to Jess Jade and Jeff Friedman. Bolt up. Big shout out to Jess and Jeff, baby. Appreciate the love there, Nick. Here comes the punt, and Davis says, let's not even touch this one. It's going to roll out of bounds inside the 25, where the Chargers will start their next offensive possession. Cowards kicked it away from Davis. I noticed that too. They're like, I don't know about this. And that's only good, guys. I understand, like, we want to see way more action with Davis, but it's already good that teams are respecting number 12 and kicking it away, which just means more than likely the Chargers are going to start with pretty decent field position for free, right? Without having to make much contact. That's crazy. Appreciate that. Big Corlac in the chat. That's the director's bro, my bro out there. The one that we go out there. If you've ever been destroyed and then promptly teabagged by a very annoying Octane in Apex Legends, there's about a 12% chance it was him. You guys can catch us on my other channel, Director Plays, playing some Apex Legends, usually about once a week. NFL app not streaming? No! I was trying to get it to work as well. It feels like it is blacked out, I think. I think it's blacked out in NFL Plus this week. Again, guys, this is why you need a VPN in your back pocket, all right? If you have not yet done so, sign up for ExpressVPN. I secured you guys an awesome deal. And you can use, I think for this game in particular, go through the Chargers app or the website and bounce your signal to an area that's not blacked out. You should be able to get the game. Good luck to everybody, man. It's okay. I mean, right now, don't sweat it too much. I'll keep you guys updated on what's happening. It's just a preseason game. That's why it's good to be prepared before the regular season. Big ups, big ups. What's up, Bear Nips? Bro Rector. Oh, my God. Is that the name now, Core? Is that the name now? He's in here somewhere. You described every single Octane player in existence. Yeah, I know. He's a bit better than most Octane players. He had to learn to be patient. Director likes to main caustic, so he's got to slow down a little bit for the big guy. But he's pretty good. He's pretty good. When's the next Madden sim? Coming up soon. I'm trying to make room for it. We've been working on some pretty big stuff. I don't know if you guys saw a guest on the channel this last week. We brought in Dan Wolkenstein from the Chargers Unleashed podcast, and we yucked it up. We had fun. We played a game of I don't know if you guys remember Two Lies and a Truth. You guys remember that game from high school? We played a version of that for the Chargers, but using hot takes, right? So we're like, is it a real hot take? Is it a fake hot take? We kind of plead our case. It was really fun if you guys want to catch that. I think it was released yesterday. It was a good time. It's a good time. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Chargers, now out of commercial break. Easton Stick, he's going to pull it in and take off on the ground. Picks up maybe 2 yards, and it'll be a 2nd and 8 coming up. He was trying to look for his man over the middle. Looked like the running back didn't quite catch the number there, but he noticed coverage lurking above him, decided to pull it in and take off for minimal gain. Where can I watch this? I would recommend the Chargers app or website for today. As far as I'm seeing on NFL Plus, I think it might be blacked out. Those of you who have a VPN, definitely get those out and see if you can gain access that way. Here comes a pitch to Isaiah Spiller, who breaks 2 tackles and tries to create something out of nothing there. He will pick up about 4 yards. Isaiah Spiller, who looked like he was going to be tackled for negative yardage on the pitch, turns on a dime, noticing the flurry of defenders in front of him, tries to cut back inside, does pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Nice effort by Isaiah Spiller, who gives the Chargers a much easier 3rd and 5 coming up. Chargers. 3rd and 5, Easton Stick. Saints pressure getting in from the interior. Stick's going to let it fly, and it's going to be too far for 84. I think that's Hightower out there today, man. Hightower, who's been struggling with injury, does have the speed, but a little overthrown by Easton Stick, who had number 55 in his face. And Hightower unable to catch up. Decent throw by Stick, considering there's about 3 defenders barreling down on him. 4th and 5 and a punt coming up for the Chargers. NFL Network as well. NFL Network. So if you guys see anybody asking for help, you guys see a need, feel a need, okay? Help everybody out in the chat that's still looking for the game. I'm going to be busy kind of keeping you guys up to date here. Here comes the return by the Saints. Number 0. I think it's a Naughty is the name. And they're going to be stopped, I think, around the 35-yard line. The Saints will be back after this commercial break. Pick up the phone. Hey, Director Gates is on the Chargers Hall of Fame. I seen. Speaking of which, I don't like being that guy. Where's Rivers? we got to get Rivers in here, baby. He never retired a Charger. I think he was kind of keeping his options open, considering he almost came in to play the Super Bowl last year if the Niners were to have made it. That's nuts. That's nuts. Network is showing the Rams game for you, unfortunately. CBS, just the weather and lame. Good luck to everybody out there, man. Again, the thing that worked for me first try, last week, guys, I was fumbling around looking for this game for the entire first quarter. And I think everybody who was here last week in the chat will remember I was not happy. I was quite peeved and upset because I had bought the NFL Plus subscription. I had bought the YouTube TV subscription. I had bought the NFL Sunday Ticket subscription. Every subscription out there was in my pocket so I could help you guys get access to the game when we get to the season. I couldn't get it anywhere. Nowhere. And I was really losing my patience. And it was up until we fired up the VPN and we were able to access it on their website, the Chargers website, chargers.com. So if you guys are having trouble finding it right now, I would recommend the same thing today. One day, I dream of a world, I dream of a country, I dream of America that you can just pay $12, $15 a month and just watch your team, right? I mean, I feel like there's so many people that watch it illegitimately, the NFL, that would turn and watch it legitimately if that option was just available, right? I think they would end up making way more money by doing something like that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Till then, ExpressVPN, Code Director. We are in commercial break, waiting for the Saints' next offensive possession. Keep in mind, you guys going to be rooting for your guy director, Marthinian. Thank you so much, man. 29 months. Says Dotson 2 tutties today? Possibly. I think we're going to see way more Dotson in the second, third quarter. You guys root for me, all right? Here's what I got today. I got Spiller. He's going to need way more. I got 4.35 fantasy points. I need Quentin Johnson to see some targets. I don't even know if he's playing today. That would be kind of a bummer. Michael Thomas needs to be less than 16.5. Winston needs to get plenty of opportunity there. I think he will. And Derek Carr needs to not play. I think we're already good with a couple of those. And I think my second one was stick Quentin, Spiller, and Carr. Wish me luck. Wish me luck, Bowl fam. Here we go. Saints offense now back from commercial break. It's Jameis Winston who's going to hand it off to Kendre Miller, who spins out the first man and then is finally taken down behind the line of scrimmage by Dean Leonard. Dean Leonard and JT Woods coming off the edge for negative yardage on that run defense. Yo, I'm going to need to see a replay on that. I'm going to need to see a replay on that because that tells me that Dean likely playing press, and then you also got JT likely playing in the box, which is something that the Chargers have been tinkering around with a lot in camp so far. Like to see JT a little bit more involved. Make sure he's cleaning up a lot of the things that worried us. 2nd and 11. Jameis Winston. He's going to try to look for time. He's under a lot of pressure. He's going to avoid 1-2 defenders before finally getting taken down by number 91 of the Chargers. And that's going to be a sack. There we go. We're still getting our footing. That's a sack for the Chargers. Man, he evaded. It was Tuli Tuipulotu and I think Andrew Farmer before finally getting taken down by I think, did he say 51 or is that 41? 41, right? Here comes the next play. It's going to be a screen to the outside on 3rd and 12. Perry is going to pick up a good chunk of yardage, but it's still going to be 4th and 3. Tuli Tuipulotu looks like he got a hand in on that play once again. The 2nd-round pick getting some action here in week 2. Let's keep an eye out for him. A couple of nice plays by him so far. Hugo says my last message. Thank you, Hugo. Thank you. There are your links. There are your links to ExpressVPN. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything super duper important by our guy, the doorman. Says, I also love the collab from David from Locked On Chargers, Kevin from Chargers Chat, Dan Wolkenstein, Steve, Tyler Guilty as Charged. Great stuff. Did you know I met David in real life at Qualcomm? That's awesome, man. That's awesome. The return is going to be waved in by Darius Davis. Chargers are going to start on the 11-yard line. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch that either, we also did a huge mega show this last week with the Guilty as Charged channel this year. I think the year before it was hosted on Chargers Unleashed. This year it was hosted on Guilty as Charged. Who knows, maybe Director hosts next season. But we had a flurry of Chargers content creators in that one podcast. It was a very good time. Very good time. Chat's looking for the game in San Diego. You're looking for Channel 6 CW is what's going to be airing it as far as we're looking at in the chat. JT Woods, 2nd tackle, 4th down. Oh, thank you so much, Eddie. Thank you so much. Yeah, so far in this drive, we saw a little bit of Thule. Might need a little bit of work in cleaning up those sacks, or at least keeping up with the agility of some of those more mobile quarterbacks. Of course, Jameis Winston can be a little thrifty, little shifty. Who was it that ended up finishing that play? Was that... I thought it was 51, and 51 is Sebastian Joseph Day. Can somebody help me out here in the chat? Who ended up finishing up that play? Was it really Sebastian Joseph Day? I wouldn't think that they play him. You guys help me out. We are in commercial break, by the way. MJ says, what's good, direct? Love your energy, my dude. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Hinton. Oh, you said 91. 91. Thank you, Bowl fam. I was going crazy. I was like, there's no way they're starting SJD today. 91. Chris Hinton. Of course, of course. Thank you, Bowl fam. To the rescue once again. Hinton and Woods with the stops there. And the Chargers getting ready for the next offensive possession, starting at the 11-yard line after the punt. So far, 0-0 halfway through the first quarter. Chargers looking for some momentum to build off of here. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much. Clark forced the pressure. Hey, Jared Clark out here still making a case for himself, man. Thank you guys for the clarification. Is QJ playing? I don't think I've seen his number today. He may not be playing today, which sucks for the underdog, but that's why you insure everything. So we still have a chance, especially in the preseason. Insure everything. I take it back. Quentin Johnston's in. He's lining up wide, bottom of the screen. Chargers. It's going to be a handoff to 25, Josh Kelly, who's going to pick up about 5-6 yards. Second down coming up. There it is, baby. Quentin Johnston is out there. Quentin Johnston out there. They're giving a comparison right now. Justin Herbert and Peyton Manning. 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, single seasons to begin their career. Justin Herbert with 3 consecutive on the heels of a Peyton Manning who has 6. But, it's a good start. Very cool. Here comes the next handoff. It's going to be Josh Kelly again, who this time is going to get bottled up. 3rd and 5 coming up. Didn't see the beginning of that play, but it looked like the line and the Saints were all over it from the get-go. 3rd and 5 coming up. Chargers, who I'm hoping see a pretty significant... find some success, I should say, in the passing game today. I'd like to see them draw up something creative here. Maybe even a Quentin Johnston, who is, once again, lined up at the bottom of the screen. Here comes Easton Stick, fires to the sideline, and it is high and incomplete for John Hightower, who the Chargers are trying to get involved here early, but he couldn't bring it in. Tight coverage by the Saints. Taking a look at here is 59 by the Saints. Might be even a linebacker who looks like he was all over John Hightower. It should have been interference. Should have been interference. Kind of a sloppy defense right there. Either way, 4th and 5. Could have definitely still been caught by Hightower. RC coming in with a $5 holla. He says, NFL Game Pass moved to DAZN, and it has ruined everything. DAZN! Only accessible from where you created your account. It also blocks VPNs. Have you used the new Game Pass? We will update you in just a second. Here comes the return by the Saints, who get it just past the 40. And they're going to start their drive, I think, at the 41 with a flag. We'll see what the flag is in just a second. Yes, the whole move of NFL Game Pass to DAZN truly does suck, especially for you guy who's been using this method for like 5 years. Now, there is still a way to make it work, though. It just is a little bit messier. There's like 1 or 2 extra steps to do, but it still does work. I put the instructions in that same video, the ExpressVPN video. You can look for how to watch NFL football the smart way on the search bar. You should be able to find it. But there is a particular server that still works, but you have to create the account. You have to create a new account on DAZN, and you should still be able to get access to Game Pass. But again, it's definitely a little bit more complicated than last year, and I'm already hearing a lot of people, especially in the European markets that were really leaning on Game Pass for all these years, they are not happy with how DAZN is treating him right now. But still, good luck to everybody, man. And again, just to be clear, just to clarify too, because I don't know, I think I did put this in the notes there. You don't need to be subscribed to DAZN to get Game Pass. Game Pass is completely separate. So make sure, please, if you're going to try that, don't subscribe to DAZN. You don't have to do that. Just go straight to Game Pass and see if that works. Which is a Chargers picnic here in Oregon. So much fun. Hey, Tara, got to meet other Chargers fans, talk about the season, yummy food. Hey, I'm thinking about hosting something in my home turf too, man. My wife's food truck, she was out there, I think like a week ago, and she calls me up and she says, hey, man, somebody from your channel came up and got some elote and some churros. And I was like, whoa, really? She's like, yeah. And I was like, well, maybe we do find some time during the season, get together in the home turf with the other Chargers fans. See who's out here. See who's out here. Much love, Roberto. Thank you. Game Pass International and using Brazil as blackout free. Yeah. Again, I've been working very closely with ExpressVPN on this. They've created a couple of methods that do still work, but I want to make sure that I got my I's dotted, my T's crossed before I put out anything official closer to kickoff. But I can say everything still does work. We're just trying to see if there's something a little more familiar from last season. But again, it's good to talk about these things right now. It's the preseason. We'll see if we can get everybody sorted before kickoff. Certainly. It's a huge pain in the butt. And like I said, one day NFL Plus, they'll wise up and they'll say, hey, man, I'll even say $14.99 a month. We'll let people choose one team that they get unlimited access to those games, no blackouts, no nonsense like that. And we're going to rake in a whole lot of money. And if they want, what would it be, Red Zone, it's an extra $5. Then you're looking at $20 a month for football. Hey, I would do that in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? I would do that in a heartbeat. And if you wanted the other games like on Thursday and Monday and all that kind of junk, maybe there's something else you can add on. So before you know it, you're paying like $40 a month. That's still better than a lot of the options we've had in the past. Here comes Jameis Winston, who's going to fire to the outside. It's going to be number 84, defended by Jasir Taylor. And it'll still be a 2nd and 5 coming up. Number 84 is Bowden for the Saints. Try and connect with the Hard Bowl Club. They have one in your state, an area director. The guy in charge of Oregon organized this one. Nice. Okay, cool. I know who to call. The Ghostbusters of the home turf. Here comes 2nd and 5. There's going to be a pitch to the outside. Oh, he's gone. He's not gone. He's going to pick up huge yardage. Chargers finally take him down. I think Raheem Lane with the borderline body slam finally gets the man down. It's a huge gain of 30 yards on the screen. And JT Woods was very close to making a play on it. But 84 ends up slipping through and giving the Saints very good field position all of a sudden. But JT Woods, stride for stride, almost very close to making a play on that. Just a very good execution by the Saints. Here comes 84 in motion. Looks like a run here. Chargers getting ready in the middle of the line. It'll be Kendre Miller with a nice little cut to start things off. It's going to pick up about 5 yards there. 2nd and 5 coming up. YouTube TV's just talking about the hurricane. There's also a way, guys, and again, I need to make sure I'm walking within my parameters here. There is also a way to get a VPN to work on that as well. Okay, there is, and I think I have the instructions for that on that video as well. But what it basically has to do with is setting your location on the app, and you can only do that a few times. So make sure you put it in a market that's not going to get blocked out at any time. Thule with a huge tackle behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd round pick finally gets to show off. Tuli Tuipulotu blows up. Looks like Storm Norton. No, it's Penning. It's Trevor Penning. Blows up Penning with a nice swim move. Gets in, tackles the running back for what? -4 yards. And now it is 3rd and 9 for the Saints. Let's see some 45s in the chat for Tuli Tuipulotu. Here comes the pass by Jameis Winston on 3rd and 9. It's incomplete. Defended by Raheem Lane, and likely another punt coming up here in the first quarter. No points still, but some nice highlights from some of the young defenders on the Chargers. Nice play. Nice play. Good defense there. Ernesto going in with a $10 holla says, what stream do you watch your games? Since it looks like your games are always ahead. My games are always ahead. Funny enough, you guys, what you see on the live stream is actually behind a little bit. So me talking right now, this was already in the past, and you guys are hearing it now. Does that make sense? There's some lag between me and you guys. I watch, for the longest time, I was watching it on Game Pass. This year, I'm trying a bunch of stuff to see what works and what's cheapest, so I can help you guys get those options. But as of right now, I'm watching on YouTube TV. YouTube TV. All right, there we go. There we go. Thank you so much, Ernesto. $10 holla and big love in the chat, man. Thank you so much. That's hype. Thank you. Thank you. I hope we figure out a way for everybody to just headache-free have access by the regular season. Tuli, the Polynesian assassin. Hey, guys, also, if you guys have seen, I will put a link somewhere on my Twitter as well at some point. The Chargers are sending support for the incredible fires that have been absolutely tragic. So if you guys want to help out there, I'll repost that link when I get some time tonight. Here comes the first carry by the Chargers, blown up. Joshua Kelly blown up by 97 of the Saints. And it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10.
What stream do you watch your games, since it looks like your games are always ahead?
Today, it's YouTube TV. Most days, NFL Game Pass, which we'll see if we can still get access to this year. Ethan coming out with a 32 months. We'll grab that here in just a moment. Here comes the next play by the Chargers and Easton Stick, who need to gain some momentum here. Nice spread look. And Easton Stick, lots of pressure in his face. He's going to escape. He's going to carry it himself for a good 5 yards or so. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up, making that task a little bit easier. But nobody open. Good coverage by the Saints, which is definitely a different story from what we heard and saw in the joint practices this week. Ethan coming in with a 32 months says, hey, Director, I'm going to my first Chargers regular season game in November when we play the Lions. So excited. Bolt up. Ethan, big advice from your guy, Director. Okay, I would never lead you astray. Go at least 3 or 4 hours early and hit up Thunder Alley and have so much fun there, man. I had a blast before the game. I wish I had shown up a lot earlier. Here comes 3rd and 5. Chargers looking for a first down. Fires it off. It's going to be brought in by 86 Keelan Doss, but there is a flag. We'll see what the flag is, whether or not the Chargers will convert here or need to do something additional to get that first down. Have so much fun, my man. Hands to the face defense. The penalty obviously declined. Chargers get a first down. Inside the 25-yard line, at the 24-yard line with 56 seconds left on the clock. Nice play by Keelan Doss. Quentin Johnston still out there, by the way. Looks like he was on a comeback route that last drive or that last snap. Here comes 1st and 10 for the Chargers. We're still looking for a play by number 1 out there. The lone man lined up outside. Just kidding. Chargers are audibling to a wide look now. Easton Stick looking for an open man, fires over the middle of the field, and it's Quentin Johnston who picks up the Chargers. First down. Nice play there. I got to see the replay, baby. Quentin Johnston looked like a simple post. Got to take a quick look and see if the Chargers drew up anything else. No, it was a nice post, but there was a little zig right before he cut inside. Faked out the defender, Adebo, who we all do know is a pretty good DB, and picks up the first down. Nice yardage by the rookie. Quentin Johnston, number 1 in there for the first down. Chargers got the ball at the 40, and that'll take us to the bottom of the first quarter. Chargers, Saints tied, no score, but Chargers driving after a nice play by Quentin Johnston. 16 yards. Your boy director needs like 8 yards. We need 8 more yards from QJ. to hit on Underdog Fantasy. Type 1 in the chat if you guys are as crazy as me and you threw down a little bit. Literally, I threw a $5 down, I think twice, so tenner or whatever, for these today. And so far, I would say it's all right. It's okay. I think Easton's still going to have another quarter here. I think Spiller just needs that one play. Carr's not going to play. That's pretty good. You can also root for me here where we have Spiller, QJ, and then no Thomas, no Carr. But yes, we do need yardage from Jameis Winston, which I think we're actually getting pretty close on already. So interesting. We'll have to wait and see. You guys, root for your guy director. Root for your guy director. And additionally, I will be rooting for you guys as well. Who's crazies? Who are the crazies in the chat? Number ones. Robert with the 1. Marty with the 1. Caleb with the 1. Hugo's got thrown down a little bit too. It does. It makes it a little bit funner. What I like to do, especially as a diehard football fan, I like to do whatever I can to make preseason a little bit more interesting because one more month of football is fantastic. So between Underdog, I also do on my big fantasy league, like my home league that's been going on. I think this is our 12th year now. We also do what's called the Preseason Challenge, where it's basically just a pick 'em. We just go through the schedule and pick which team we think is going to win. And then those are worth points, right? If you get the answer right or if you get the guess right. And then whoever gets the most points gets to decide where they're drafting in the draft that year. Most of the time it's, pick 101. But it's pretty fun. It makes the preseason games pretty watchable. So if you guys have a home league and you're like, we want to do something fun, rather than just letting the computer decide draft order, we've been doing that for, I think, 4 years now, and it's been a blast. It's been a blast. We organize everything through Facebook. QJ's elite with mid hands. I think, again, he's gonna start sorting that out. I would guess that by mid-season, we see some improvement there because I'm telling you right now, from what we saw at TCU to what we saw at camp, there's already drastic improvement. We also have to remember he hasn't hauled in a pass in a live game from Justin Herbert yet, which is going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. Chelsea with the $2 haul. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Appreciate the love. Here comes the Chargers. Next play at the 40. They're going to go empty backfield, 5 wide. And I think the Saints got to step in. But they're going to bat it down. Easton Stick trying to get the ball out. It's going to be number 92 with a name that's absolutely impossible to say. With the bat down. I'm going to give it a try anyway. Number 92 of the Saints. Goes by the name of Tano Kapasagnon. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Tannen. Sorry. Here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Or for the Chargers. Here comes Easton Stick putting in motion. Keelan Dawson, a tight formation. Stick fires off to the inside. He's going to find Quentin Johnston. And QJ with the hands, by the way, picks up about 6 yards. He needs 2 more yards to help out his friendly neighborhood director. 2 yards to QJ. Come on, QJ. You got this. You got this. It's pronounced Pasanu. Thank you so much, Sean. I hope to remember that. Pasanu. I hope. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sean. Here comes 3rd and 4. Easton Stick. He's in trouble. He loses the football, and the Saints are on top of it. Saints got the ball inside the 35. And it's a disaster. It's a disaster at the top of the 2nd quarter. Disaster. Terrace says, director can't stream the game on here. This against the rules? What? Just making sure I don't have the audio on there. Oh, you're answering somebody. Thank you. Thank you, Tara. Thank you. Roberto with a 10. He says, $10 holla holla just because you're awesome, my dude. Hey, thank you so much, man. We love your channel. Don't ever stop. We're here to stay, Roberto. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love. Roberto with a $10 holla. Easing the pain of a fumble.
$10 holla just cause her awesome, my dude. We love her channel. Don't ever stop. Red
Thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you so much. Big love to Roberto and his fam. Thank you. Here comes the next play. It's a handoff. Promptly blown up. Kendre Miller blown up by 99 of the Chargers. We know who that man is. That's Little Max Crosby. It's Little Max. It's Scott Matlock. Scott Matlock, rookie, coming in there with a nice blown-up play on Kendre Miller. Crazy. I'm a big fan of Kendre, too, so this is going to be a crazy game. I forgot he was on the Saints. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Saints. Chelsea says, I'm watching the game in San Diego on the CW. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Good looking out. Thank you so much. Here comes 2nd and 11 for the Saints. Jameis Winston steps back. He's going to fire deep. And it's going to be Kendre Miller, who's going to come down with it in coverage. Stride for stride was Dayan Henley. But a beautiful diving, catching effort by Kendre Miller results in a huge first down. Saints have a red zone opportunity here. Wow, dudes. You guys, that was an exceptional play by Kendre Miller. Good on Dayan Henley for keeping up with him step by step, but my God, what a catch by Miller. Saints got a good player in 25. 1st and goal. Here comes a handoff. It's Miller up the middle and in for the touchdown, Saints. Yo. Hey, I don't want to be that guy. It's preseason, though, so we can give a little bit of love, right, to the Saints. They got a dog, dude. Kendre Miller, if I'm being honest, as a Chargers fan, is it fair to say watching him run and the way that they're utilizing him, is it fair to say he reminds me a little bit of Austin Eckler? Is that fair? I think that's a little fair to say, right? That catch was unbelievable on that wheel. Followed up by just a quick, run up the middle for the touchdown. Yeah, good play by the Saints. First points on the board for the game at the top of the 2nd quarter. And the extra point is up and good. 7-0 is your score with the Chargers up next on offense. This has resulted from a Easton Stick fumble. An Easton Stick fumble. Henley in coverage. To be fair, and that's why I made an effort to try and say something, because it was way less on Henley and his coverage ability and way more on just how good of a play that was by Kendre Miller. Like that, for a regular season game, that would have been insane. That, again, it was reminiscent of an Austin Eckler reception from a wheel. You know what I mean? That was good. That was a good play by their rookie. Yeah, and it was a good ball too, yeah. Very good ball by Jameis Winston. It's all good. It's all good. Chargers will get another opportunity here on offense. But again, it's tough. It's tough. I'm trying not to tick anybody else off, but I love Kendre Miller. I think it was a good pick by them, and I think he's kind of showing it in the preseason now. He'll be good. Wah! Coming in with the $5 hollow, the big fiver. He says, hot take. Any halftime readjustments? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think the Chargers, especially with Kellen Moore, they're going to find a way to get creative and try to help out their momentum. I think especially on the ground. It's been a tough day on the ground for the Chargers, trying to get space in front of them. Saints defensive line, evidently in their depth as well as in their starters, very nasty. Very, very nasty. Don't forget to hit the light on the page, Bull fan. Hey, thank you so much, Roberto. Adrenaline Boaz. Ooh, that's an intense name. He says, what game are you most excited about? I think Dallas will be a good one. I think Dallas is going to be super fun. I think, honestly, Kellen Moore is going to have something special in his back pocket for them Cowboys, right? However, one of my favorite teams, maybe my favorite team to watch in the NFC, which is crazy, is the Vikings. I think they have a ton of really fun games to watch every season. I think it was Steven from Guilty as Charged who said that the Vikings were kind of the Chargers of the NFC. And I kind of get that. Chargers, they have, if anything, guys, as Chargers fans, we have to understand this team, whether there's ups or downs or whatever, they're a fun team to watch. I feel kind of the same way about the Vikings. So that game, putting those two together, I'm very excited for the Vikings. I'm pretty sure that one's being played in Minnesota. If I could travel to one game this season, travel, I would have loved to see that game. I think that's going to be a good one. So Dallas, Minnesota, and I also think Buffalo. Those are going to be three very cool games. Very cool games. Here comes the kickoff. Darius Davis back to return again. Will he take this one back? He will. Davis, he's going to cut to the inside. He finds some space. Davis down inside the 35. Great return by the rookie. The rookie in his limited exposure has already got the return for a touchdown. I'd love to see what his average is after that return, which goes back for what? 33 yards on that return. Nice play by 12, baby. Davis looks good, dude. Davis looks good. You guys waiting for Elijah Dotson, too? Yeah, man. We'll keep an eye out for Dotson watch. Here comes the first play. It's going to be to the running back, who's going to pick up a couple yards before again getting stuffed by the New Orleans Saints line. I think that was Isaiah Spiller on that carry. Yeah, that was close to breaking off, Eddie. That really was close. And as Eddie mentioned in the comments, we do see right now LaDainian Tomlinson interviewing Austin Eckler, two of the greatest Chargers running backs of all time. And it's crazy to think that we have one on the team today, dudes. You take a look at LaDainian, take a look at Austin Eckler. Their touchdowns almost intercepted. Easton Stick tossed one to the sticks, almost intercepted. It was Quentin Johnston was the intended receiver. There is a flag on the play. My heart jumped out of my chest. What was the penalty? It was holding against Quentin Johnston. Holding. Not against Quentin Johnston, but holding against the Saints on Quentin Johnston, who would have gotten Director the yards he needed on that play. Come on, QJ. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. You thought LT retired? I think after this season, he's hanging him up as a TV personality. I would love to see him come back to coaching a little bit. Wouldn't that be cool? Here comes a carry. I think this time it's Joshua Kelly who's going to pick up, again, a couple of yards. Correction, Isaiah Spiller, who's going to pick up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 once again. Once again. Oh my God, Saints first team would whoop the Chargers. Yeah. I think the same could be said about our team whooping the Saints if it was our first as well. Keep in mind, you're playing our second strings as well too, buddy. 2nd and 8. Close formation for the Chargers. Easton Stick stepping back, looking for an open man. He's going to fire over the middle of the field. It's QJ! Quentin Johnston with that first down, baby. Let's go, QJ. And all just like that, Director's got the yardage on the underdog. Let's go. Let's go. And a nice play by Quentin Johnston. Looked like a deep curl over the middle. Interesting usage by the Chargers. Not even over the middle. It's on the left side. He just recognized by taking that step to the inside, he would be able to be led by an Easton Stick for a little cleaner of a reception. Kind of a nice move there. Don't see the Chargers often play off script to help their quarterback. Easton Stick, speaking of which, is going to fire it deep. He's looking for the man. And there's going to be a big flag there, man. Keelan Doss had an opportunity for that ball, but 37, without turning his head around, started flailing like there was a bee on the field. There's a bee. There's a bee. It's going to draw a flag every single time. There's your B, baby. That's some PI. And a huge Chargers first down. Red zone opportunity coming in for the Chargers. Let's see QJ out there, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I don't remember where it was, but me and my friend used to make fun of this all the time. We thought to ourselves, if we ever get pulled over, you act a little erratic at the end and then run out and say, bees, bees. It's from a great movie. I don't remember. I think the same thing on these PIs on the NFL. Here comes a rollout pass to, Donald Parham had maybe a touchdown, and it fell out of his hands. It swooped in and out. 2nd and 10 coming up. Oh, no. That was a touchdown to Donald Parham, but he couldn't secure the ball. Couldn't secure the ball. Great pass by Easton Stick, leading it to the 6'8" tight end. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Chargers. It was Tommy Boy. That's right. It's Tommy Boy. Bees! Bees! I think that with the PIs all the time. Bees! 2nd and 10 coming up. Chargers got to snap. Got to snap. Got to snap. Easton Stick fires to the flat. It's going to be Keelan Doss, who picks up about 5. 3rd and 5 coming up. 3rd and 5 coming up. Jeez. Was it Black Sheep? I think it was or was it Tommy Boy? I don't remember. It's one of those. It's one of those Chris Farley movies. I thought it was Tommy Boy. 3rd and 5 for the Chargers, looking for their first touchdown of the evening, trying to tie this game up here at the top of the second quarter. In motion, I think, is Keelan Doss. And Stick is going to step up, trying to find some time. Defender in his face is going to float it to the back of the end zone. And Keelan Doss, who was in the area, almost a great pass by Easton Stick on the run. It's going to go incomplete. Chargers on a 4th and 5. Likely take their points here. Yeah, he almost got that on the run, too. It actually, like... It was a good effort. It was a good effort by both Doss and Easton Stick. Dustin Hopkins coming out at kicker. 25-yard attempt for the hero of... Oh, my God. What week was it, guys? Was it week... I don't remember. Very, very memorable game last year. This is the first time I've seen him kick in a game since then. And he's going to put it on the money. Of course, a chip. Still, it's going to be 3 for the Chargers. 7-3 is your score now, with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Good for Hopkins, man. Good for Hopkins. Stick, 6'12", 62 yards. Nice. So Director needs about 40 yards more, and I think we'll see Stick at least for the rest of this quarter, which should definitely help the underdog. Thank you, guys. Randall coming back for the $5 hug says, I can't wait for week 4. And we crush the faders. Hope it's not even remotely close. Oh, me too, man. Me too. They asked me on that show, the mega show with all the Chargers content creators. They asked me what my most anticipated game was. Of course, I said the Vikings. But deep inside, I think every Chargers fan, we always look forward to that first matchup versus the Raiders, right? We'd like to squish that early if we can, too, and get moving. Last year was so nice. So nice. Week 1. Derek Carr gets smashed. I think he was, like, maybe before this game, he slips coach a note saying, hey, I had night terrors last night. I think I'm going to sit this one out. He sees Khalil Mack just kind of walking on the sideline. Then Joey Bosa, like, right behind him, you know? Like those twins from The Shining. They're just kind of, like, in his dreams. It's like, man, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. This game doesn't even count. I'm not going to get smashed. I think I'm good. I think we're all excited for that. For that Raiders game. Jimmy Garoppolo, welcome to the AFC West. I'm sure it's going to be an exciting first matchup with Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. Is Hopkins trade bait? He could be. I don't know. He's on a cheap deal, too. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, by the way, everybody, if you missed my show last week, little reminder. After the game today, we are jumping over to Bleacher Report. You guys know Bleacher Report? Yeah, I know Bleacher Report. When I got an email from Bleacher Report saying, hey, will you do a post-game show for the preseason? I was like, yeah, totally. That Bleacher Report. So we'll be over at Bleacher Report after the show today. Just hit me up in the Chargers section of Bleacher Report. You'll see me live there. We'll be talking about what we saw in the game. It'll be a good time. Everybody show up, man. I'm trying to make a good impression here with Bleacher Report, right? We're trying to be like, hey, that director guy, he pulled in some viewership. He's got some pull from that YouTube arena. Help your guy director out. It'll be a good time too. It'll be fun. We'll talk a little bit about Chargers for about 20-30 minutes or so, and help build the hype of this game. I think this week they wanted a winners and losers segment, so we're gonna talk a little bit about the winners and losers of this game. So I gotta keep tabs on that in my brain. Thank you, guys. Hey, good to see you, Paco. Thank you, man. Love that, dude. Here comes the next play by the Saints. We're going to return this kick down inside the 30. And the Chargers defense takes the field again, hoping to generate a big play for their offense and help themselves out in terms of catching up on the scoreboard. Roberto says, I know Bleacher Report. I'm down for more director after the show. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Appreciate all the love out there. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Last week, it was pretty fun, too. This week, I want to talk to the chat way more. Here comes 1st and 10. Saints lining up like they're going to run again. Kendre Miller behind a fullback this time. Don't know who their fullback is in New Orleans, but it's not going to help too much. Kendre is going to be blown up by Dane Henley. The rookie gets in there for a nice stop. Brevin Allen as well. You can maybe credit both of them there for that tackle behind the line of scrimmage. It was mainly Henley, man. Allen helped clean it up. Dan Henley gets in there for a nice stop. Zeros in the chat, baby. Let's go. That's speed. That was nice. That's a nice little move. Right around the fullback. Here comes Kendre Miller again and the Saints. Trio of receivers on the left of the screen. Got to watch out for those screens. And here comes the pass over the top. Risky ball to A.T. Perry. And the Chargers, Dean Leonard, I think, was the one that got a hand on it, disrupting the trajectory of the pass. Nice move, baby. Who was that? Was that Dean Leonard? Nice play, Dean. Wow. He got up there, dude. He had to jump, 4 feet with that arm in the air to disrupt that pass. Beautiful play by Dean Leonard, man. That was nice. Dean Leonard, JT Woods, those guys are making a nice duo on the outside there. 3rd and 10. Saints trying to convert here. Pressure's kind of getting in. It's forcing Winston out of the pocket, who's going to fire it under duress and picking up close to the first down. I'm going to say they're about a yard short. Was 87 the tight end? But there is a flag. There is a flag. I'm guessing, with all that time, I'm guessing it was on the Saints, but we'll have to wait and see. Announcers are guessing that we're looking at a hold here, which would, of course, negate the big play. 2 fouls on the play. An eligible receiver on the defense, which is declined. Holding on the defense, which is going to be enforced. It's going to be 3rd and a very long for the Saints. Let Desir and Dean run 4 threes. Why Madden got him in loaded. One day, Palm. One day, I'm going to, Palm Trees. One day, I'm going to get back on the Madden and just poke around and complain for a minute on the gaming channel just for a few minutes. Watch me stream Madden. It'll be just like a rage session for like 15 minutes, and then we'll switch to Apex. I don't know. I've been playing actually a lot more Madden since the new one came out. Maybe we will jump on the stream. I got a nice Chargers theme team going, but the rookie premieres just dropped too, so. 3rd and 20. Can the Chargers lock up the Saints and get another offensive possession? There was movement this time. Hopefully not on the Chargers. False start on the Saints. Keep them stepping on back, baby. 3rd and 25. I think it was Storm. It's Storm Norton. I love you, Storm, but I'm sure Telesco and company on the sideline, like, no, more like, my word, that could have been me. Oh, 3rd and 25. Chargers. Oh, they're gonna run it up the middle here with Kendre Miller, who's going to pick up about 10. It'll be 4th and forever. We're going to see the punter come out here. Yes, sir. A lot of penalties. Yeah, a lot of penalties. I'm liking 24 for my private franchise. Fun to play with our new players. Yeah, I mean, I've been okay with it. I hate the returns now. The blocking is too good on the returns. I must have scored and have been scored on like every other game, which is very annoying. The run game is a little OP, which makes online play a little boring. Other than that, it's been okay. Nothing to write home about. Here comes the muffed return by Darius Davis, who gets lit up after the fact. I don't know if that's punishable by a penalty, but man, the first concerning special teams play by Darius Davis, who couldn't bring it in. It bounced off of his leg, went out of bounds, luckily for the Chargers, who are probably going to start inside the 20. But my, oh my, that could have been a lot worse. That was one thing to look at in terms of Darius Davis, the special teamer, that he did have a couple of muffed punts. in his time at TCU. We see the first one of the preseason here. Something he's definitely going to have to clean up. Definitely going to have to clean up. Yeah, Win family. I see you. I want to see a little more Okoye out there today, too. I think, yeah, we're going to see some fan favorites in the second half. I think expect to see Dotson, Okoye, etc., etc. It should be fun. Let's be nice to Storm. He just had a baby. All right. You old softy. Chargers need some brass knuckles. Lots of players looking good, but a bit of sloppiness today. Yeah, the execution could use a bit of cleaning up, but that's what these games are for. Did anyone else notice that Storm Norton definitely had a false start against, again, the very next play? I didn't see it, but I would believe you. I would believe you. Are we playing a lot of zone or man? I've seen a lot of zone out there tonight. A lot of zone. You guys can help me in the comment section if you've seen more man. I think I've noticed more zone than man tonight. Which, again, I'm wondering what the consensus is going to be in terms of how the Chargers want to roll out in the regular season, because given their roster, I really think that they should try and push more man on this defense than they have in years past. I think ASJ is underrated in man coverage. Of course, JC Jackson thrives in man coverage. I think Mike Davis is okay. But you got some nice pieces out there. And then Derwin James is an X factor. Here comes the replay. I don't know why they're replaying this. Darius Davis was looking up for it. They're just replaying that. We're lucky that it went out of bounds. I don't think there's any penalty. He looks okay on the sideline. 1st and 10. Maybe just a little embarrassed. Every once in a while. And it could have been a lot worse. Chargers are going to start here. I thought it was inside the 20. We'll have to wait and see. Has Tua played in the preseason? I think I saw him throw an interception in the preseason, if I'm being honest. Actually, it went out of bounds inside the 35. So the Chargers are going to start with decent field position. And a carry by Isaiah Spiller is going to get blown up again. Only a yard on that play. Backwards by Isaiah Spiller. Who, director needs a big play from you, guy. We need a big play from Spiller. I think I got a combo of like 30. I think I need like 34 yards from Spiller. Maybe 32 yards from Spiller still. Both rushing or receiving. And I don't expect him to play much in the second half. I think that's going to be mostly Dotson. Here comes 2nd and 9. Easton Stick steps back. He's going to fire to the sideline, and it is too far for 35. I keep forgetting his name. Bynum, right? Bynum was the intended target. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Chargers. Kind of a flyer there by Easton Stick. We saw a nice, look like curl or comeback by Bynum, but just thrown way out of bounds by Easton Stick. 3rd and 9 coming up. Yeah, he was pretty open. Third and 9. And there is a flag against the Chargers. Looks like a false start. And the announcers just mentioned that this is the first penalty against the Chargers, which is good. Last week definitely had a lot to clean up. But in this situation, 3rd down, you don't like to see it. Chargers are going to need a big play here to keep the ball in their possession. What are the steps on getting a movie based on your life? Me? I don't think that would be a super interesting movie. Here comes Easton Stick, who's trying to find some time. He's going to have to chuck this thing. He chucks it to the sideline, and it's going to be out of bounds. Bynum once again is going to be the target, but it'll be 4th and 14, another punt coming up. Easton Stick definitely struggling today versus last week. Couple of guys. I'm trying to see if anybody would have been open. I think he made the right call, chucking it to the sideline. But still, nice coverage by the Saints. A couple of bad balls from Easton Stick to start this game. I should say getting close here to the end of the first half. Yeah, he's missing a lot of receivers today. Here comes J.K. Scott. Another booming kick. Nice hang time and a fair catch by the Saints. They'll start inside the 25. Who's our starting free safety? Alohi Gilman. Alohi Gilman's going to be our starting free safety this year. Yo, we got 900 people in here. I just checked. I was like, I'm going to go see how many peeps we got in the chat, baby. We got 900 people in here. Hit that like button, baby. Thank you, guys. Preseason. Welcome, welcome. We like to think of ourselves as reasonable hosts, too, when it comes to the opposing team's fan base. So welcome, Saints fans. Let's all be cordial. Here comes the first pass by Jameis Winston, who's going to go to Krull. And it's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. Have you seen Krull? You don't need to see Krull. Rick Monterosa. He's face palm. He said, "That's it. That's it. That is all. That is all." He says. I think I understand what he was referring to there. Got to work on some stuff. Got to work on some stuff. Got to work on some stuff. Couple bad throws there, but there have been some drops. I think both sides need to clean things up. Not bad so far. Here comes the rollout once again. Jameis Winston. He'll hit number 46. I think that's the fullback on the boot for about 2 yards. Dan Henley was not fooled. He brings down the big guy. 3rd and 8 coming up for the Saints. Nice play by Henley. Henley, if anything, man, he feels like a bit more capable Kenneth Murray in terms of coverage. By that speed, he's been nice at cleaning up plays that would have otherwise gone for much more yardage, which is nice to see out of the rookie. 3rd and 8. Chargers sending 4. Lots of heat on Winston. He's going to fire it off in traffic, and somehow number 87 still comes down with it. Right through the hands of Raheem Lane and another defender. What did I just witness? An impossible play by the Saints. Wow. Beautiful coverage by Raheem Lane, but gets bodied out by Krull, who somehow comes down with a spectacular catch and a first down. Wow. Good on Krull, dude. That was, I thought there was no way. I thought there was no way he was coming down with that. Because equally nice coverage by Raheem Lane. Just a crazy catch by their tight end. Here comes Jameis Winston, who wants to go up top. Instead, he's going to fire it underneath to Kendre Miller, who's going to get wrapped up quickly by Dan Henley and Dean Leonard for a 2nd and 5 coming up. Wow, y'all. That was insane. Good on Krull. Yeah, that was a Kelsey type of catch right there. You're absolutely right there, Mike. That was insane. Good play. Good play. Saints approaching midfield. 2nd and 5 coming up. Correction, 2nd and 3. Playing against Winston, who's still the starter for most bad teams. Hey, you know, I think we're doing okay for the second stringers, 3rd stringers as well. Not too bad, but definitely the 2nd string offense needs some help today. Here comes the next carry, Kendre Miller, who's been fantastic today. He'll only pick up a couple yards there. 3rd and 4. They're saying on ESPN it should be like 3rd and 2. They're saying 3rd and 3 on the announcers here. And the Chargers are looking to get a stop here at midfield. That would be pretty big, pretty big. Starting out, we thought they had us in the first half. We'll see what happens. Paramount Plus Channel 8 works. Nice, nice. Paramount Plus. I'm pretty sure that works with Express as well. Keep that in mind. CBS, Paramount Plus, ExpressVPN. You guys do the math. 3rd and 3. Can the Chargers find a way to get off the field defensively? And they're going to get home! That there, sirs, is a sack! Dan Henley and Chris Rumpf, baby. Let's go. 0s and 54s in the sack. Or in the chat. In the sack! Let's go, defense. Huge loss of yardage. 4th and 12 coming up. And the Chargers are going to get another possession on offense. Let's go! Dan Henley's having a good day. The only thing I can say I didn't like, which again I can't hold against him, was that wheel to Kendre Miller in the first quarter, I think. But that's just a great play by him. Dan has been kind of a highlight of today's game, if you want to look at it that way. Like, he's been pretty good. that 54, not 94? Yeah, right? Is that... Oh, that was Carlo Kemp. Excuse me. I saw 94. Carlo Kemp. But I'm pretty sure it was mainly Henley. Henley looked good. They're looking at the Antonio Gates thing, by the way. Very cool. Antonio Gates talking about his time as a Charger, getting ready for the Hall of Fame. Very cool. Here comes Easton Stick rolling out. First play of the offense here, and he's going to get picked off by 27 of the Saints. His second turnover of the day, and the Saints are set up again in the red zone at the 20-yard line. Easton Stick having a tough day. Oh, man. Taking a look at this play, what was Stick looking at? Easton Stick fires on the run, and he just did not see that DB. To be fair, I didn't see him either. But a bad read by Easton Stick and a turnover, once again putting the Saints in the red zone. Big yikes, man. Easton Stick. Maybe we see a little bit of Max Duggan out. Maybe we see a bit of an opposite yin-yang thing from last week. I don't know. But Easton Stick off to a really rough start today. Definitely does not look like the Easton Stick versus the Rams last week. Here comes the next carry by Kendre Miller, who's going to pick up 5 with a flag at the tail end of it. Put in Max Duggan. Offense is going to get thrown with a hold, pushing him out of the red zone. 1st and 20 coming up. Yeah, Stick's having a tough day today, man. Tough day. But the defense has been putting up some big plays. That's right. That's correct. Can the Chargers... I still want to win this game, too. I know it's preseason, whatever, but I still want to win this game. Chargers are going to have to find a way to bend, not break here. Keep it within one possession. 1st and 20 for Jameis Winston and the Saints. And Winston... he's trying to find some time. Defenders in his face. Fires to the middle of the field. And almost brought in by 84 of the Saints in the end zone. 2nd and 20 coming up. Chargers never turned around. If that was underthrown even a little bit, would have been an interception. But Chargers DBs were not looking. I'm taking a second look here. Yeah, maybe they could have made a play on it. Nice ball placement, though, by Jameis Winston. Nice ball placement by Winston. 84 had a shot on it. Just a little far in front of him. Second and 20. And the Chargers setting a blitzer up the middle. Almost gets home. And then 87 almost comes down with it. But the Chargers and JT Woods make a big play to break that up at the last second. 22's in the chat, baby. This is what I needed to see from JT Woods. Nice play to disrupt that. 87, who's looked awesome today, can't complete the catch with JT Woods getting a hand in there. Oh, thank you, JT. That would have been big for the Saints here. Huge. Can the Chargers get a stop here and try and allow only a field goal potentially? Tight formation for the Saints. Jameis Winston. It's going to be a screen to 87. Tackle the legs. They're going to push him out of bounds. 10 yards short. 15 yards. 12 yards short of the first down. Saints likely going to take the field goal here. Chargers wise to take a timeout? No, just keep them all in your back pocket. Let it roll down to the 2-minute warning. Give the Easton Stick one final opportunity with a 2-minute drive to try and catch up on the scoreboard. Nice defense. Defense has definitely had a much better day today than the offense. JT Woods, kind of a standout today, too. JT Woods, Day and Henley, seeing some nice success today defensively. Definitely some good things seen by JT Woods, who could likely be considered a starter this season in what I like to call the Derwin relief role, or your safety 2. where we've got a safety that certainly in Derwin James is going to be playing at that position. I don't know how often he actually plays up there. I'm going to say 60% of the time, maybe 70 at very most. That other 40, 50% of the time, who's going to play up there? I think it's going to be JT this season. That means he's going to get plenty of opportunities, and to see him capitalize on these opportunities in the preseason is giving me a lot of hope that he's up to the task for the regular season. Definitely not too bad. Now, in years past, it has been Alohi Gilman in that relief role, and he started looking really good last season as well. Looks like he got a promotion to starting free safety this year. But so far, so good out of JT Woods, who was drafted, I'm guessing, for his upside due to his size and speed. 6'2", ran a very nice 40, very fast DB back there. Just needed to work on his coverage, which was very shoddy last year. He certainly cleaned a lot of that up, guys. I'm telling you, between this week, last week, in comparison to last season, it is night and day how much better JT Woods has gotten and looked in coverage. Definitely not bad. JT Woods is having a good game. Gilman is better and more seasoned. Oh, absolutely. He'll be our free safety starting opposite Derwin James at free safety for sure. But JT, the Chargers in particular, that backup safety role usually has a pretty big role on the team with how much Derwin James moves around. We can stay healthy. AFC West is ours. I predict Herbie takes a huge leap, becomes the best QB in the NFL. What's crazy is that, like, I can't shoot that down at all. Not that I want to, but, like, I also like to be a little bit reasonable in terms of, like, okay, all right. We're going to be great, though. We're still going to be great. If you guys take a look at the jump from Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott, I think Prescott had his first 2 seasons under a different OC, and then his third season was with Kellen Moore. I think his yardage went from, like, 3,200, 3,300 to 49, almost 5,000 yards in his first season under Kellen Moore. That's back when there was still only 16 games, too, I do believe. That's ridiculous. I'm hoping to see a nice jump from Justin Herbert this year as well. Hopefully we see Hightower in this game. We've seen a couple opportunities towards him, but very good coverage from the Saints this game so far. Henley over K9. I would say that Henley, and again, this is one of my hot takes for the season, I would say that Henley takes the inside linebacker 2 job by mid-season. I think he does more of what the Chargers want from the position, but we've also seen a lot of good things from K9 in camp. We just have to see if that translates. Here comes the kick by the Saints, of course, up and good on the chip. It'll be 10-3. Chargers will now have an opportunity for a 2-minute drive to try and close the gap here. Thank you, Crazy, for the $5 holla, my friend. I appreciate it. So don't write off K9 quite yet. He's looked pretty dang good in camp. But the difference between him and Henley so far is that we've seen a lot more action from Henley in a live game environment than we have K9 this season. So we'll have to wait and see. Showing highlights of the great Antonio Gates. Rivers to Gates. Touchdown, Chargers. Just echoing through my mind right now. Man, that's good to see. It's impossible to watch these highlights as a Chargers fan and not smile a little bit. That's crazy. Chargers Hall of Fame. He's on his way. And hopefully to a gold jacket here pretty soon, too. Dylan Bully. Hey, director, I've been gone since the end of Q1. Can you fill me in on anything important? Also, bolt up, baby. Bolt up, Dylan. I'll tell you that the first half so far, a lot of struggle by the offense. I would say in particular, Easton Stick, he's not been as proficient as he was last week. But the defense has shown a lot of something. Here comes Darius Davis on the return, who he's going to pick up about 26 on that return, giving the Chargers again decent return or decent starting field position. So I think to basically wrap up what I saw in the first half, offense was poo-poo. Defense had some moments. 10-3 is your score. And I think likely on the hands of the defense not bending or not breaking at very pivotal moments of the game. Here comes Easton Stick, likely his final opportunity. I mean, they could bring him into the third quarter, but likely his final opportunity for redemption here. And the Chargers offense. Here comes the first carry. Nope, play action. Over the middle. It's going to be... Is that Donald Parham? No, it's 48. That's Stone Smart, the tight end for our Chargers. First down, baby. Stone Smart picks up the first down. He's big, man. He looked like Donald Parham. Chargers, 2-minute offense, no huddle. Easton Stick fires over the middle. It's batted down by the defensive line. And intended receiver was John Hightower over the middle, but a very nice play to start off on this drive. He threads the needle on the seam, this Easton Stick, hitting Stone Smart, who had to kind of jump up there, do almost a Madden dive backwards in order to come down with it. Nice play by the tight end. 2nd and 10. Yeah, Stone Smart, man. Nice play by the backup tight end. Here comes the Chargers. Trips formation. And Easton Stick looking for a man. Fires. And he's going to find John Hightower, who looks like he had enough for the first down. It definitely looks like he had enough for the first down. Either way, clock's still ticking. They are going to give him the first down. Chargers need to keep moving here. Now past midfield. Need to keep this momentum on their side. Easton Stick. He's going to pull it in. He's running to the sideline. Easton Stick with some space. Nice block from Isaiah Spiller. He's still going. He's going to be inside the 25. Easton Stick, baby. Another first down, Chargers. And you know what? That was a nice run by the quarterback. What was that, man? 15, 20 yards by Easton Stick? I'll say 20 yards by Easton Stick on that carry. Wow. Nice play by the QB. Using the tools that good God gave him in terms of escaping the pocket. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Spread look. And it's going to be a draw. Quick handoff to Isaiah Spiller. And Spiller is free. Spiller down inside the 10. Just outside the 5-yard line. 55 down on one knee of the Saints defense. And Isaiah Spiller almost comes up with a touchdown. 5 yards short. Do the Chargers burn a timeout? Or do the Saints need to get a man off the field? 55 still down. Nice play by Isaiah Spiller. Nice patience and moves inside to generate that first down. Another big run by the Chargers. Chargers will burn their first timeout. 37 seconds left in the first half. 1st and goal from the 6 coming up. Nice play. Nice play by 28. Big ups, baby. Here comes the next super chat from Drew. He says, 21 months, by the way. Chargers football is back, baby. Excited to hang with you and the Bolt fam this year. Who is your sleeper pick for a breakout season? For me, on the Chargers this year, ooh. I think the easiest answer for me is Quentin Johnston. But honestly, like, I've been digging JT Woods. I think he could definitely have a breakout season this year, too. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go with... JT Woods. I think the Chargers need him, and I think we've seen a lot in the preseason. That gives me a lot of hope. Here comes 1st and goal. Chargers run formation. It's going to be a quarterback run. A design quarterback run. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Easton Stick with a design QB run into the end zone. I thought it was going to be Isaiah Spiller, baby. It was a very nice fake, dude. Easton Stick, if he does one thing elite, it's that fake handoff. Wow, he got me. He got everybody on that line, too. That was a beautiful play by Easton Stick. Redemption. Redemption for number 2, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Chargers going to tie this thing up 10-10 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Chargers close the gap and give their 3rd, 4th stringers a much easier time in the second half. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice running by Easton Stick. Something that the Chargers don't often roll out with, pun intended. And Justin Herbert. Might see a little bit more this season. Of course, if you take a look at the Dak Prescott plays in Dallas where he was on the run, it feels like Kellen Moore's not as afraid to do stuff like that, but definitely with Easton Stick and Max Duggan, these guys will be on the move whenever you get the chance. Man, Easton Stick too, man. He faked the inside, faked the outside, takes it back inside. There's a lot happening for that little run there, dude. Good play for Easton, man. Good play. Jacob Dub with the 31 months. This great comeback drive from Stick. Very good. Very good 2-minute offense. Didn't even need it all, dude. He needed a minute and 20 seconds, I think. You needed a minute and 20 seconds to get in the end zone. That's Kellen Moore and Easton Stick getting to work, baby. Beautiful. Can't wait to see Urbo do that this season. I think there's going to be a little something. I do think there's going to be a little something. The punt is muffed. Here come the Saints picking it up inside the 25. Oh, could have been disastrous. And 27 seconds left on the clock. Saints will start at the 20 or at the 32. They do have all 3 timeouts, so the Chargers still got to be a little cautious here before going into the tunnel. Good play, good play. Stick struggling, but great drive by him. Yeah, if anything, that last drive, it doesn't wipe away the first half, but it makes it so much easier to talk about in terms of what we're going to say after the game, right? Because we're going over to Bleacher Report after the game to give you guys a reaction there, and I was getting ready to be like, Easton Stick, today just wasn't your day, my friend. And after that, totally redeemed himself. Here comes Jameis Winston, who's looking for a man. Over the middle, he'll hit the tight end. Stays in bounds. 19 seconds left. It was good for 7 yards. Saints now in a 30-second offense. Trying to move the ball upfield. No more Joe Show. No, sir. Henley will be a standout rookie. Matlock will be a sleeper. I like it. I like it. I also think if he can get back on the field, I think Tito could end up surprising a lot of people. You guys still believe in Tito? I definitely believe in Tito. I think he could certainly have a very nice season if he can get on the field. Why don't you stay live during Bleacher Report? Because I have to use my gear on their platform right afterwards. But it will still be live, just over there. Here comes Jameis Winston, fires over the middle of the field. Oh, they're going to complete it to number 88. Jasir Taylor never turned around. And that's a big first down for the Saints. No way. They're at the Chargers' 19-yard line all of a sudden, folks. Are you kidding me? Oh, JT got cooked. Who's 88? Who's 88? That's Shaquan Davis. A 6'5 receiver burned him up the middle. God. A good formation by the Chargers, too, man. I think Raheem Lane also expected Jasir Taylor to make a play on that. He didn't close in quite as fast, trying not to cause too much traffic. Oh, that was a big play. Karen!
Stone Smart awesome block to spring stick into the end zone. Go Bolts. 48 plus 2 equals 50.00.
Let's go, Karen. $50 holla. Thank you so much. Here comes a pass to the end zone. Incomplete. Incomplete. And they didn't take the points. You big dumbs. You big dumbs didn't take the points. Yeah! Chargers bend but don't break. No points. No points from that big play. And we are going to the tunnel, folks. Karen! Hey, guys, give Karen some love in this chat, baby. Give Karen some love in the chat. $50 holla and big ups to Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. That's huge. That's huge. Thank you so much for the support. Big ups. Big ups. Oh, they got a timeout in. Never mind. Never mind. They got a timeout in. The clock read 0 for the director. They got a timeout in. They're going to take the 3, and they're going to get it. 13-10 is going to be your score. Man, that's embarrassing. But $50 holla makes it all go down easier. Thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate the love. 10-13 is going to be your score. Chargers just trailing going into the tunnel. But certainly, man, you got to turn around, Jasir. You got to turn around. You got to make a play on that. You got to make a play. I'm sure that he's thinking about it. But certainly, it could have been better, but it couldn't have been a lot worse. I think defense showed a lot of heart there in the first half as well. Thank you again so much, Karen. $50 holla. Big ups, big love. We got Michael coming in with a $5 holla. Max Duggan legacy performance coming. I can feel it. And Scott Matlock is a guy. Yes, he is. I'm excited to see 8. Just like Easton Stick, we need to see a bit of redemption from last week. It would be nice to see 8 go out there and put on a show. 48 plus 2. Stone Smart, what'd you say? Oh, so Stone Smart, awesome block to spring stick into the end zone. It was a nice block. That's something that I love too from the Kellen Moore system that feels, I don't know what's different. I'm sure that, Lombardi's a sharp guy. He's got a job in the NFL. Who am I? Just some guy on YouTube, right? But it just feels like the Lombardi versus the Kellen Moore offense, the blocking on those kinds of plays, on those screens, is so much better. And I think it comes down to personnel, right? You got a tight end, big guy, Stone Smart out there on a design QB run. Yeah, he's going to have more success than a wide receiver, than a Keelan Doss, who might have been out there for Joe Lombardi. I don't know. Big ups to the blocking out there, too. That's huge. That's huge. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you, Michael. Spiller looking good on Underdog Fantasy. Is he really? I'm going to take a look at Underdog real quick, guys. We are at halftime, by the way. We're waiting for the game to resume. While we do so, we'll do a couple plugs. Run a couple of plugs. First off, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys haven't heard of it, the best fantasy platform on the web. When I got the call from these guys that they wanted to partner up, I was so excited because I had already been using them. I got this other buddy from my Madden days. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Xerxes. He had been pushing them for a long time, so I was like, season before last, I was like, yeah, I'm going to give the Underdog a try. Man, super, super fun. I love their format, especially their pick'ems. So for kicks and giggles in the preseason, I threw down a $5 a couple times, right? Just to see if we can get lucky out here. And so far, I would say so good, right? Quentin Johnson's already hit. I think Easton Stick. We got to go take a look and see what he did in that last drive. I think he could have hit that as well. Isaiah Spiller, I think, is looking good. Derek Carr didn't play. We're looking good here. I'm going to go take a look at that live in just a second. And then my second one here, we're also looking for Spiller and Johnston. Haven't seen Michael Thomas at all. Haven't seen Derek Carr at all. And I think Jameis got the 91 yards with that pass. This could be a big one here, guys. If Spiller can get the yardage, which I think are the fantasy points at 4.35, that could be a big 5 to 100. That would be pretty huge. That'd be pretty dang huge. So pretty exciting. So if you guys want to join in on the action, great way to support my channel. If you guys are wondering, like, how much more can I do for the director? Joining Underdog Fantasy, having some fun there. They do kick back some to the director. It definitely helps keep the lights on around here. Use code director, match your first deposit up to $100. It's always a good time. And again, great time to learn the platform is right now during the preseason. Throw down 1, 2, maybe a $5 or something small to kind of get your feet wet, especially with the pick'ems. I love the pick'ems. And oh, the other thing too, I actually wanted to show you guys before we wrap up the Underdog Fantasy stuff. They have these season-long pick'ems, which I'm super hype about this season. It's a little bit new here. I went in on a couple of these. Justin Herbert, over 30.5 touchdowns. Keenan Allen, over 2.5 100-yard receiving yard games. You have to put in at least 2 players from 2 different teams, I should say, or 1 player, two different teams. So 70.5 receptions for Calvin Ridley. I'm actually pretty high on Ridley this season. That was an easy one for me to throw in there. Austin Eckler with over 775 in the rushing yards. We're in a new Kellen Moore offense. And then Mike Williams with over 5.5 touchdowns. I have him at 10 this season. So this will be pretty fun to kind of monitor throughout the season as well. I'm going to put down, I think, 3 or 4 more for the season long. That's a pretty fun way to play. I'm pretty hype on that. Let's catch up with the chat here real quick, fellas. 3 mistakes for the Chargers. Gave up 13 points. Other than that, the defense has done good. Yeah, defense has been great. Offense, they caught up at the end there, but they had been struggling up until that point. Where my Horned Frogs at? Yeah. Embarrassing for the defense. Some things never change. No, I mean, that one play, and it just, Sear has been having a tough time. He's had a pretty good offseason in terms of camp, etc., but like the past couple of games have been a bit challenging for him. Of course, the dropped interception, that big play at the end of half right here. That's crazy. But I think, again, if you take a look at the whole, the defense this week, actually not too bad. I would say borderline good. 13 points. Could be better. But yeah, Underdog is pretty fun kind of setting because I can't... I don't know what that term means, Michael. But yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's fun if you know your stuff in terms of fantasy. Especially, like, the reason that I loved it so much, too, is because it helped me focus in on the team that I know the most. Because if you guys ask me, like, hey, director, I need you to go be the director Vikings or the director Niners or something, like, I don't know much about those teams. I mean, of course, I know, like, surface level, you know, your basics. Of course, I know the team and I know the threats. Like, I'm pretty well versed, but like not in any way the way I'm versed with the Chargers. And so to be able to like just hone in on the Chargers for underdog for the most part makes it really fun for me because I feel like my odds are a lot better. So I don't know. It's fun. Use underdog this year, director, with your code to help out. Hey, thank you so much, Roberto. Have fun out there. And please, everybody, I hope I don't have to say this, but I'll say this every once in a while. Play responsibly, right? I'm one of those guys that doesn't really have a big issue with that kind of thing. I don't think I really ever had in terms of like an addictive personality. But if you guys struggle with that, please play responsibly. The last thing I want to do is be responsible for bad habits becoming worse. Okay? But it's a lot of fun if you guys play responsibly. And for me, it's, you know, I throw down here and there every once in a while. And then when I'm feeling pretty confident, you know, we don't put down more than we're willing to lose. All right? It's a good time. It's a good time. Crazy just gifted a membership. What? To the mod. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. That's big. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love coming in from Crazy. Congratulations, Miguel. A nice nod to the mod. Thank you guys so much. That's big. Thank you. Tonight wasn't great, but it's still a great game. Yeah, it's been good. There's been some good things all over the place. Director Daniel Popper said Woods has been looking rough in practice. Not something you want to hear from a breakout player. And yeah, I think there is room to say that, like, I'm worried because I do think he's going to get more snaps this season. But also where it counts, right? Like, we've seen players good in practice that have not been good in the preseason games and vice versa. I think JT Woods is kind of on that vice versa for me. Like, I don't know if he's been crazy in practice, but man, he's been good in the games. And that's kind of where it counts more. So I'm hoping to continue to see that build through this game and the last game in the offseason. Your director, have you ever won fantasy football yet? I have. So last year, guys, if you're following me on Underdog, I won a couple of huge ones. I think with like a 5 pick'em, I ended up winning $1,000. I don't remember how much I threw down, but I ended up winning $1,000 live with you guys last year, which was crazy. And we had a couple like 500s and like 250s and stuff like that throughout the season. That was a big day. As far as like my regular fantasy championships, I actually won my big home league last season, first place. That was my 4th time, I think, winning the league in 12 years, which is pretty crazy. So now I've won it the most out of everybody, obviously. And now we're going into this season. It's a 2-keeper league. So this year I'm keeping for a first-round pick Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson. And I ended up picking up on a flyer, just in case he got picked up to a good team. Undrafted was Calvin Ridley. And I was like, I'm going to hold on to him just in case we need him next season. So I'm getting Calvin Ridley for free this season on the keeper. So that's going to be nice as well. Very little rain in Orange County. Yeah, everybody stay safe out there. Lizard coming in with a $2 holla. Says Tristan, all right, also known as AKA Tristan, formerly known as Lizard. He says, what do you think will shine in the second half? So we're all very much so anticipating one number on offense. I think you guys know what it is. There's actually 2 numbers I'm very excited to see on offense in the second half. I think, first off, we're going to see more of Darius Davis as a receiver in the second half. But I also think everyone's excited to see Elijah Dotson. And I think Elijah Dotson's going to get the nod a lot in the second half. So I'm very excited to see that. I think the offense, funny enough, as much as they struggled so far, we're going to see a new Saints defense as we continue to dig deeper into their depth. And we're going to see a new Chargers offense. I think the offense could actually maybe step up in the second half a bit more. But yeah, definitely not bad. In your keeper, how long can you keep Jefferson and Ridley? So you can keep a player up to 4 complete seasons, right? So the first season, you keep him at the pick that you drafted him, or the round that you drafted him. And then every season after that, you have to pay 1 higher round, right? But after 4 rounds, you need to give him back up. The only exception to that rule is if you use a first-round pick to keep somebody. So this will be my 3rd year keeping Justin Jefferson, but because I'm using a first-round pick to keep him, it means next year I have to put him back in the player pool. So this will be my last year with Justin Jefferson, who I drafted, I think, in the 2nd round 2 years ago. And he's been great for me. Calvin Ridley, I'll get to keep him for 4 seasons with my last pick, 2nd to last pick, 3rd to last pick, and 4th to last pick, depending on how he does. So that was a really good pickup by me this last season. I love fantasy. I'm so excited for fantasy. Lots of focus on players. What are your thoughts on play calling on the offense? I think the play calling's been pretty good. You know, like as far as execution goes, I think it's been really rough for Easton this week. There's been a couple of plays where it's like, the guy was open. It just was overthrown, especially on the sideline. I think a lot of balls were thrown well out of the reach of the receivers, which sucks because I feel like the Chargers really want to control that part of the field this year. And Easton's kind of struggling when he has to target guys on the sideline. So we'll have to see if that improves going into next week. I'm doing my first year of fantasy. I got a 3rd pick in a 10-team draft. I think I go Eckler if available, but not sure. I think Eckler's if he's there, like, that's completely fine. I think this year, if you're following the trends, I think a lot of people are going receiver to start off in the first 3 or 4 picks. But I honestly, Eckler, everyone's worried like he's going to be like not as efficient because it's not Joe Lombardi's offense. I disagree. I think he's going to see maybe not as huge of a season as last year, but still a really good year with more rushing yards, if anything. I'm still very high on Eckler this year. I'm sure as Chargers fans, you wouldn't mind taking him there either. Sick could be a free agent next season. No way Chargers sign him back. I don't know, maybe. I didn't think they were going to bring him back this season, but they saw a lot of that, what they liked in him. And I think he is the best backup on the roster right now. But maybe Duggan comes out and impresses in the last second. Who knows? A win is a win. Loss is a loss. It's still preseason, though. It is what it is. It is what it is. Not too bad. I mean, it's still not over. Definitely still not over. But Chargers could certainly shock us here in the second half. JT Woods is balling. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Lizard coming back with a $5. Agreed 100%. We got any more Madden Sims coming before the regular season? I'm going to try my best to finish that out before the regular season. Especially the night that Madden 24 came out, we had planned our next episode, and guess what? The Madden servers were so poo-poo I couldn't get into the game. And I think it was like 5 o'clock Pacific, so it would have been like a nice little episode. Didn't happen. But I'm going to see if we can find a way to get everything working, especially if you guys are interested in how Madden 24 looks. I think it'll be fun. Was Dotson out there? I didn't see him. No, it was mainly Josh Kelly and Isaiah Spiller, which, by the way, I need to check my underdog. Because if those guys are done, it would be nice to see them finished with their overs. So underdog. Let's see the live results here. So he is just short right now. He needs 2.7 more on that one. So if we don't see any more Spiller, I'm probably going to lose out on that one. And Stick could be just short as well. But it's the preseason. We only threw down a few bucks. Either way, fun. Good times. Good times. Why are Raiders fans here? That's super random. You guys feel like, I don't know, you guys don't have a place to be? Sunday night, some Raiders fan. It's like if I was like Sunday night, I didn't have anything better to do. I was sitting around on a Chiefs YouTubers page, just like, hey, y'all suck. Y'all suck. I need friends though. I don't know. Here comes the second half. Chargers gonna kick it away back to the New Orleans Saints, especially in a preseason game. How weird. I did my first fantasy draft in a while, says Hugo, with Austin Meyer. I need an evaluation, so I'll DM you the lineup soon. Nice. With Austin Meyer, too? That's sick. That's fun. That's fun. Yeah, weirdos. I don't know what's up with that. Here comes the return by 84, who's had a pretty decent first half. He's trying to make something happen. Gets tackled around the 25 anyway. Chargers defense back out on the field. We'll wait and see who is still rolling out there for the Chargers D. You're the only one that can make a sim match in a game entertaining. It's only because I get so weirdly invested. That's it. That's it. I could easily be super bored. But I can't because they got lightning bolts on their shoulders. We have to watch you because there's no other channels that are good. I'll take the compliment, though. I certainly will. Here comes 1st and 10. Who's in at quarterback now? Is it Hainer? Is that how you say his name? He's under a lot of pressure. He doesn't see the man behind him. He's going to toss it on the run. Oh, he's going to hit the man. He's open. 85 is going to take it all the way inside the 20. Yo, that was almost a disaster. It turned into, what, 50 yards for the Saints? No way. Oh, 50 yards. How? That play shouldn't have happened. Hainer, look at this, man. He's got a guy right on his butt. He doesn't even see him, number 59. fires at the last second on the run. Beautifully caught by number 85 of the Saints. All the way to the red zone of the Chargers. That was nuts. Here comes another carry. Breaks a tackle, number 35. He'll take it for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. Should be 2nd and 4. Wow, dude, that was a crazy play. That was a crazy play by Jake Haener. That's crazy. I don't know if he felt it. He must have felt it or seen number 59 of the Chargers on his butt. But like a half second more, and that could have been, I'm going to honestly say that probably would have been popped out. That would have been a fumble. 59 of the Chargers. That was Ty Shelby who almost got in there. Here comes 2nd and 4 for the Saints. Chargers applying the heat on the edge. And another beautiful ball. But, oh, it's going to be incomplete. 87 almost got a touchdown. And as he's coming down to the ground, it popped out. 3rd and 4 coming up for the Saints. Chargers, you got to clean this up, man. You are lucky that it's not 20-10 right now. Haener, nice ball over the middle. Who is that? Number 39, I think, of the Chargers? Is that Michael Jacket? Jaquette. Michael Jaquette. They just corrected me on the stream here. Michael Jaquette. Got burned there by the tight end. 3rd and 4. Saints looking for that first down. He's going to fire it to the flat. And it's going to be short. Great tackle. Number 35 of the Saints. We're going to need to bring up these new numbers here real quick. 35 of the Saints. You're looking at running back Ellis Merriweather, of course. Ellis Merriweather. You did your research, director. Come on. He's going to get tackled by number 53 of the Chargers, short of the first down. And it looks like the Saints might be going for it. 53 is Blake Lynch, by the way, recently acquired from the Minnesota Vikings. 4th and 3. Saints are going for it. They want to hit the flat again. Nobody's there. Come on, Chargers. Merriweather's going to bring it down inside the 5. You guys, man, you got to know that's where they're going. Brought down by Finley. But, like, you got to know. You got to put somebody out there, man. You got to know that they're going to hit the flat. On 4th down, they're going to convert 1st and goal coming up from the Chargers' 2-yard line. 38's fault could have been. Someone should have been out there. That's all I'm saying. I'm just a Madden player, so what do I know? But I would have definitely had someone, a DB out there in a flat. Here comes Haener. Once again, dude, the flat just wide open. Touchdown Saints with a flag at the end there. 88 Davis is the one that brought it in. May have been a pick play by the Saints, though. This could be on the Saints. We're waiting for the refs to figure it out. But the Chargers just leaving the flats wide open for the Saints to do whatever they want. 23 is Hankins. I think he's new, right? I think Hankins was just brought in. Was he from the AFL? I don't remember. I think it was a pick. PI on the O by number 11 of the Saints. Brian Edwards, wide receiver. We know him from the Raiders. He's going to draw a penalty, pushing the Saints back 10 yards, 1st and goal from the 12-yard line. Chargers, you've had like 2 breaks so far in the red zone. Let's make a play. Bend but don't break. Keep it within 1 score. Merriweather's still back there. And Haener's going to throw it under duress. And he was looking for 87, defended by Michael Jaquette. That might have been Cam Brown back there. I can't quite see. And there's going to be another flag this time. Are they going to draw another flag, or was this time on the Chargers? Jaquette got burnt all the way down the field. They keep picking on him with that 87 from the Saints. That tight end for the Saints. He's been pretty good this whole game. Lucas Krull. Roughing the passer on 54. Carlo Kemp gets called for roughing the passer. I guess we didn't quite see it, so I'm going to take a look at the replay here. Nah. I mean, I guess his arm kind of got wrapped around. I guess you can call it. I can't quite say you can't call it, but it looks like Haener put his head down and it put Kemp's arm around his neck. I still don't like it. I don't think I would have seen that called anywhere else. I don't like it. It's not a good call. Still 2nd and goal. See what the Chargers can do here. I don't see what Kemp could have done different there either, which is why I'm like, I don't like the call. Here comes the fade, and it's going to be incomplete. Matt Hankins gets a hand on it. It'll be 3rd and goal coming up. And Hankins, who was a recent acquisition for the Chargers, makes a play there. I don't think Edwards was going to get a touchdown anyway. He didn't get both feet in. Haener's going to the sideline. We may see Jameis Winston come back in. So Jake Haener's going to get checked out on the sideline. Here comes Jameis Winston on 2nd and goal. And Chargers trying to defend the flats a little bit better this time, but leave a wide open 85. Tons of flags all over the field. And they're going to say it's another pick by the Saints. PI again. And this is going to push the Saints back all the way to the 16-yard line. This has been the longest red zone series in a long time, dude. This is taking forever. Was that Brian Edwards again? I think it was. Yeah, he just shoved everybody out of the way for a wide open score on the Saints. What's going on, dude? You guys can't do that twice. Here goes first. Is it it's 1st and goal? It should be 2nd and goal. They're going to run it up the middle. Merriweather picks up 2 yards. 3rd and goal coming up from the 15-yard line. This is weird, y'all. This is the longest drive of all time. I'm wondering if we should be considered, what is it called? They look, it's not safe haven. It's this Raiders fan says that their content creators are toxic, so that's why he's here. Here comes Jameis Winston, fires under pressure. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 15. They're going to take their 3. That's funny. We got you, Ty Guy. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Nice pressure by the Chargers. Saints do get that ball up and a 33-yard field goal in. It's going to be 16-10. Sanctuary. Is that what it's called? I've been sitting here thinking about the name for the entire time. We're a sanctuary now. That's crazy. This drive shows how non-calls affect a game. Yeah, I guess so. Raiders chat sports most alcoholic and toxic. I don't know, dudes. I can't say that I've ever been in a Raiders stream before, so I don't know what it's like. I will say that I've been in my own stream during a Raiders game, and things get quite crazy here. And you guys put it on my radar last season when it was another opponent that was going a little crazy and disrespectful in the chat, like way too much. It was weird, right? It was those Jaguars. We should have just turned on chat or members only chat. I think that would have solved a lot of problems. So we're going to keep that in our back pocket for this season. Because last season we had to shut down the stream like early because people were being like really crazy, like saying some really, really nasty stuff. This year we'll have that feature in our back pocket. You like Andrew Farmer? Yeah, that was another good play by Farmer. He's had a couple of nice ones last week as well. We're in commercial break, by the way, guys. Chargers should be getting their next offensive try here. It's one score. If the offense can come out, I'm pretty sure we're about to see Max Duggan. Maybe we see one more quarter for Easton Stick. You never know. But, I mean, we got one touchdown, and we're back in front, so. The Jaguars in week 3. Yeah, it wasn't even the Jaguars in the playoffs game. It wasn't. It wasn't that. I think by that time we had that feature ready to go, and I don't know if they were as bad then. I don't know. It was the week 3 matchup that things got too chaotic that we had to shut things down. But this year will be different. We have a backup plan. Should see the Saints live stream. The guy was so drunk before the game even started. So it was my wife's idea. This is way back when I started like first streaming on Twitch. I was doing Madden. I was a Madden guy for a long time. I was a EA game changer for a long time. Like real deep in that world, right? It was my wife's idea to kind of be a Boy Scout on here. So like in real life, like I swear I do stuff that's not completely PG or whatever. But on stream, I'm a Boy Scout. You won't hear me swear. If I'm drinking, it's usually, if I'm drinking something bad for me, it's usually like an energy drink to kind of keep the hype up, and water. I will have my victory shot after the stream, but for the most part, I'm a Boy Scout on here. You don't have to worry about that with me. Maybe we'll just say we keep it professional, right? We keep it professional on here. With Ramsey out and Armstead hurt and Wilkins holding out, is he still holding out? Well, our Bolts have the advantage on the Dolphins. It'll still be a tough game no matter what. It's crazy. It's crazy. And we got another, speaking of crazy, we got another membership coming in here. Thank you so much, man. This one's not going to be returned, by the way. 42. Dotson's out there. Dotson. We got Dotson here. He's out there. He was our returner. He let it go into the end zone for the touchback. Thank you again, Crazy. He handed this one out to Casey Weaver. Casey, what's up, dude? I remember you. What's going on, man? Hey, Crazy, thank you, man. Appreciate the love, dude. He's spreading it out here, man. He's the anti Scrooge. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Appreciate it, Crazy. Welcome back, Casey. Dealing with the $5 holla. We'll come back to that here in just a second with the Chargers. First snap on offense here. Is it Max Duggan? It's still Easton Stick with Elijah Dotson out here. First carry for Dotson. He's going to cut on the inside. Dotson doesn't want to go down. First carry is going to be 8 yards. Let's go. Nice run by Dotson. He's back, baby. Probably one of the better runs we've seen all night from the Chargers. Dylan Bully says, can anyone tell me what the Jags fan said last season? I'm curious. It was just disrespectful stuff. There's a difference between smack talk and like disrespectful junk, right? And we saw too much of that where I was like, I'm not going to put my audience through that. It was too much. It was too much. But this year, there's a feature that I completely forgot about where I can turn off the general chat and just turn it on for the members. And that way we can still have conversation without, obviously, the waves of disrespectful stuff. So anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I honestly also didn't want to put my mods through that. They were getting overwhelmed with banning people and stuff. So, but it's good. That's behind us. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love from Dylan with the $5 holla. Aaron says, we love the professional look director. We all love to party in our own personal moments. Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. I'm also like a parent, and I feel like I want other people to be able to watch me while their kids are in the room. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I can't watch because my 6-year-old is sitting there playing Roblox, and I'm like, I'm going to have to skip this one today. But I feel you. I feel you. We got another one coming in from Crazy while we're waiting for the Chargers offense to resume. I don't know why there's a stoppage here. Might be a timeout or something. I don't know what's going on. He's going to give another one. This one's going to Adam. Is it Meyer? Welcome, Adam. And thank you again, Crazy. Crazy's out here, dude. Thank you. Everybody give some love to Crazy in the chat, man. Crazy YouTube, thank you so much, dude. Michael Boyd coming in. Welcome to the crew. Go ahead and flex those. All the new members, man, via Crazy or otherwise. Flex those new emotes. I don't know if you guys know this. If you're a member of my channel, you get custom emotes. Let me see. I'm gonna show you guys some examples in the chat here. There it is. Check that out, man. Have fun with those. Thank you guys so much for the support. Lizard coming in. We're still waiting, by the way, guys. Lizard coming back. He says, my bro has a question. Do you think QJ will effectively take JP's spot by the look of these preseason games, or do you think he has a ways to go? So from what I'm hearing, he's already won the wide receiver 3 spot, which basically means, yes, he's already overtaken Josh Palmer. However, I think we're still going to see a good amount of Josh Palmer this year. I think we're going to see quite a bit of him. And I think next year in particular, when the Chargers they're going to have to make some cuts, right, in the wide receiver room because of the money. The money's going to be an obvious, huge thing next season. I think Josh Palmer is going to have a much bigger role next season. He's a very good guy. He's still a very good wide receiver. So we're lucky to have the depth this season, but I think next season and seasons going forward, he's going to be a pretty prominent piece of this offense. Dotson's a monster. Yes, he is, Roberto. Miguel says, Director, why can't Spiller do those types of runs like Dotson? I don't know. I think Spiller tries to be a bit more patient, I think, right? So I think a lot of it also has to do with the offensive line and what it gives him for Spiller. Dotson, he's a downhill guy. He'll just power through, right? I don't know. Dotson right now just already still looks like a steal. So we were in commercial break this whole time because we were looking for a Saint to come off the field injured. 2nd and 2 coming up for the Charger. It's a play action. Easton Stick fires over the middle of the field. He'll find his man, Keelan Doss, who's going to pick up, 15 yards? No, that's 23 yards to Keelan Doss and a first down. Yo, underdog is still alive. Easton needs 10 yards. Let's go. Come on, underdog. Maybe throw in Isaiah Spiller in there for just one play. Let him take it for a 10-yard reception. Now, I like seeing Dotson out there. Speaking of Dotson, here's another play action. Easton Stick. He's under a lot of pressure. Down he goes. That's minus 6 yards on that play. Saints sent the house. And it'll be 2nd and very long with 10 left in the 3rd. Dotson and Doss. They got DDoSed. Anybody in the Apex community will tell you what a DDoS is. It's filthy. It's filthy. That's the first thing that came into my mind, the DDoS with that combo. Hey, Casey. 2nd and 16. Can the Chargers dig themselves out of this? Chris Kenobi will come back to him in just a second. Close formation for the Chargers. Play action once again. Easton Stick steps back, fires over to the sideline, and it is Stone Smart again with another reception. He'll pick up a good chunk of yards. It'll be 3rd and a bit more manageable this time. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Chris Kenobi. Hello there. No, I got to do it right. Hello there. No. Hello there. Right? I think that was the one. He says, love what you're doing, brother. Keep up the awesome work. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I don't know what we turned into after that, but huge Star Wars fan if you can tell. If you couldn't tell. I'm gonna push the camera for just a second for you, Obi. I'm sure you know that's there, right? Yeah. We're adding a Boba Fett here pretty soon. You guys wait. 3rd and 9, Easton Stick fires to the sideline and caught by Stone Smart again, but quickly wrapped up by the defense. It'll be 4th and 6. And the Chargers could technically go for it here. Easton Stick, he's looking. Chargers, I think they may be going for this. They may be going for this. This will be nuts, dude. 4th and 6. Gerald Everett was hyping up Stone this week in the interview. Nice. Yeah, Stones look good. Stones look really good this week. Chargers are going for it at the 40-yard line. Ooh! Easton Stick, are they trying to jump him off sides? It's 4th and 6. Like, they're going for it. Easton Stick fires to the sideline and incomplete. He was looking for John Hightower. I don't know why he threw that, if I'm being honest. That was not a good play. Not a good play. I'm taking a look at the design here, though. Easton stick. It looks like it was supposed to be thrown outside. Instead, it was thrown in. Bit of miscommunication there, as well as some sticky coverage. Chargers turn it over on downs. Man, that sucked. That sucked. I didn't like that. That wasn't fun. That was not a fun try on 4th down. I didn't get to see what the rest of that play was, though. There was obviously an out route that was thrown inside for some reason. I think the inside was an angle to the running back and a post to the wide receiver. I couldn't quite tell because I want to make sure that the play design on 4th down is actually good too, right? I don't know. I didn't like that. I did not like that. Storm Norton would have caught it. Let Hightower take the top off. It's been a tough day for Hightower. Does he have a single reception? He's had like 4 targets, maybe 5. I don't know if he's come down with one yet. I think he's had a lot of sticky coverage on him, maybe a couple of bad passes his way. But it's been tough. It's been a tough day. I think it's his debut in the preseason as well for John Hightower. Get to make his mark this preseason. Yeah, Chris, it's been tough. It's been tough. He's been off all game. That's why he threw it. I didn't like that. I did not like that decision to target the out route with that DB just hovering over him. You know, like it would have had to been perfect placement. And even then, he threw it to the inside, which it feels like Hightower wasn't ready for that. I don't know. It's just yuck. Ugh. Yes, he has director. Uncreative play call. Well, that's what I was saying, Ryan. I was like, I saw the out route. We saw that get targeted, but I wanted to see who else was available there. Because if my eyes weren't deceiving me, I saw an angle route over the middle, and it looked like the Saints were in cover 3, so that should have been open if Stick had like a second longer and read the middle instead of the sideline. Right? So the play call, I think honestly it was good, but Stick targeted the man that was covered for some reason, which is too bad. Here comes the first carry for 34. Is that who is that? That's Darrell Williams. Y'all remember Darrell Williams? Was he a Cardinal? I remember him. They got some depth at running back. Here's 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard carry. It'll be a run up the middle. It's Darrell Williams again, who's going to kick to the outside and find some big yardage. Finally taken down by 42, but there is a flag at the end of that play. Could be a bit of unsportsmanlike conduct. No, it's holding on New Orleans. I was like, there's a bit of oomph in that tackle there at the end. But no, it's going to be on the Saints. Holding. Yeah, it's pretty textbook. That's going to be a holding penalty on the Saints. And it's going to take that big gain away, pushing the Saints to 2nd and 16. Director, do you remember that Jacob Hester play on 4th down on the fake punt? Jacob Hester, that was a minute ago, dude. I might. I'm all ghosted. Jacob Hester. Wow. Here comes 2nd and 16. Hayner over the middle. He'll find his man. And it'll be good for about 5 yards, maybe. And nice coverage by 49. Is that Jones again? Is it Mikel Jones? Is that who I'm looking at, 49? Taking a look here. Yeah, it's Mikel Jones or Michael. It might just be Michael. Either way, I remember looking at him in the offseason thinking that he had some upside. I don't think I've seen him play this season so far. Let's take a look here. Mikel or Michael. I want to say Michael Jones. Nice little play there for the stop. 3rd and 10. Saints on the spread. He's Jake Hayner. Fires to the sideline and too high for Bryce Edwards, which is going to be difficult to do seeing as he's like 6'12". But 4th and 10 coming up. Nice stop by the Chargers. Let's get this offense back out there, man. Did we hit on the Easton stick, by the way? I got to check that. Taking a look at the replay. Weird choice to throw to Edwards there, I will say that. It was like a messed up curl. Easton stick hit! Woo! So, we're good on the insurance play. Nice. Nice. We still have a chance. And here comes the catch by the Chargers. Was that not a fair catch? They still tackled him. Either way, I think it was Hightower that was returning that time. We still have 6 minutes in the third, y'all. We got some time. We got some time to figure this out. And we still have Easton Stick out there, too. Which, again, I want to see Max Duggan. He could have a big day today, but at the same time, I still think Stick's our best chance at winning this game. So, we'll wait and see. Where's Josh Rosen? Crazy! He says Hankins looks okay. Yeah, he's had a couple of plays. You know, and I think in terms of what I've seen from Hankins in comparison to other guys that we saw last week, what was the other guy's name? Uza Dama or something like that? The DB that was getting burned all day. He could take his spot. He could take Tywin Mullen's spot, which that sucks, dude. I had a lot of hope for Tywin Mullen. I thought that he was a dark horse to make the team. Cam Brown's looked not too bad as well. So I think, if anything, the Chargers may have one vacancy in terms of depth corner, but so far so good with the other guys. Dean Leonard's looked great. JT's looked great. Jasir, we'll see what happens. Where's Darius Davis? Haven't seen much of him since the first quarter or the first half. I'll have to wait and see. Director, do you think we can win the division? It'll be tough. I think I still need a bit more proof in the pudding, right, from the Chargers in terms of overtaking the West, because we have to take down the reigning Super Bowl champs, right? But I'll never say never. I think the biggest argument against us this season is how tough the schedule is. It is a tough schedule, but the big counter argument I've been making to that is the Chiefs have like maybe even a worse schedule than we do, slightly, right? Their schedule sucks as well. So if we at least split with them, I think there's a chance, but we have to win at least one game versus the Chiefs, or even have hope of doing that. Can we do that? I think yeah, but uphill battle. Are we a playoff team? Oh yeah, we're a playoff team. We got a bit of ways to go, though, for the top of the AFC West. But it could happen. You got the emotes, Frankie. Hey, Frankie. Crazy, did you hand out another one? Or Frankie in here by his own merit? Either way, Frankie. Thank you for the support. Casey said, I'd love to see more QJ this game. I think he might be done. I would imagine, tail end of the third quarter that those important pieces of your offense and defense are probably done, but to wait and see. Don't know how I got to think. It was likely this Robin Hood running around the channel and crazy YT, man. Here comes a carry by Dotson, who breaks a tackle. Holy cow, Dotson. He should have been down at the line of scrimmage. Instead, he gains 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up for the offense. Dotson, dude, he runs different. It was a 5-yard gain, and it was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. Dotson! Why? He's making this very difficult, I'm sure, for the coaches, man. It's crazy. He runs so clean. Here's another move up the middle for Dotson. Not as crazy as a gain this time, only 2 yards. Nice cut to position himself through the middle, try and fall forward for a couple additional there, but it'll be 3rd and 3. It's weird. Is Dotson really pushing Spiller and Kelly? I told Dan this the other day. I don't know if you guys saw. Me and Dan did a video together on my channel yesterday. I told him that Dotson needs to come out and really put in the work for the next 2 preseason games and the rest of the offseason. But it's possible. And so far, yeah, man, he's been great. Here comes another carry by Dotson. He's going to be just short, man. Oh, he put a lot of effort into trying getting that first down. Chargers are 4th and 1 from their own 30, though. Are you going to go for it again? It looks like they're going to punt. Was that 3 straight runs, though? Ew. Dotson just a yard short. He may have gotten it if it weren't for the second tackler bearing down on him. Dotson, 4 carries, 17 yards. Well, I mean, a lot, you know. Depends on what the O-line gives you, too. Oh, on the return, 84 brings it in. But the other 42, this is so confusing. Dotson 42. Who's 42 on the defense, on special teams? That wasn't Dotson again, right? Who's 42 on the defense? It's Tywin Mullen. It's Tywin Mullen. Too many 42s. Too many 42s. Set. Who? Hut. That's Tywin Mullen. Yeah. Obi, Chris Kenobi, what's up there? Hello there. Thank you so much, man, for the sub. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here comes a carry by the Saints. It'll be 4 yards or so. 2nd and 6 coming up. Hello there. I'm gonna meme that somehow. We already cut Roundtree. Yeah, he's cut. He's cut. I would love to see a turnover as well. Bolt's second and third stringers on offense. Not looking so good. On the offensive line. No, yeah, I agree with you there. I think in the first half last week, they were not too bad. This week, I'm not quite sure. CJ Okoye's out there. Lynch is going to the sideline under his own power, though, so I'm assuming it's not too serious. But 23's in the chat for him anyway. Or is it 53? Excuse me, 53. In the chat for him anyway. For Blake Lynch. Hoping he's okay. Till then, 67 is on the field in CJ Okoye. We got Matlock in there, I think, as well. Is that 99? I can't quite see. Either way, here come the Saints on 2nd and 6. Looks like a run formation. Either way, it's tight. And it is going to be a handoff. And a nice effort over the middle. It's going to be Mullen who gets first contact there. And then tidily cleaned up by CJ Okoye. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, nice tackle there by Mullen, the DB, to disrupt that run. 3rd and 4 coming up. Chargers, again, still down a touchdown, down 6 points. Here comes 3rd and 4. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. The flat, wide open again. Saints are going to be attacking that all day if the Chargers don't put somebody down there. Cam Brown is in there to push him out of bounds. You guys, you got to put someone in the flat, dude. Every single time, no matter what depth that they're looking for in terms of yardage, Haener will take the flat. They will take it all day. Do not leave him the flat anymore. That's going to be a first down. Chargers defending on the New Orleans 43-yard line. I'd like to see a turnover, please. Here comes another carry through the middle. Merriweather is going to pick up 2-3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 coming up. Obi says, put me in at safety. What are they running? They're lining up at the strong side. Trust your feelings. No, man. I need you to move down in the box. Trust your feelings. Let's go. No. I am such a dork. Here comes 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7. Haener, under a little bit of pressure, fires off to the sideline. Ooh, Edwards had a step on his man, number 23. It'll be 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7. Director, do you think the first will start the 3rd preseason game as tradition, dress rehearsal? I can see them maybe running one drive or one quarter or nothing at all. That's kind of where I'm at. I don't think Brandon Staley traditionally does that. Oh, then we got a tug on his jersey too, man. That could have been pass interference. We're lucky that wasn't called. Definitely lucky that wasn't called. Not covering the flat is bad play calling by or an NFL team. Yeah. Here comes Haener. He's going to fire in traffic once again. 3 defenders in the area, and Davis somehow comes down with it. That's the second time he's done that this game. What in the heck, dude? Cam Brown's on him. 39's on him. Wow. And then there was another DB bearing down on him. It was Tyron Mullen. And that's insane, dude. You Saints fans got to be excited for 88, man. He's your Mike Williams. I cannot believe he came down with that. Here comes a carry to the outside. It's going to be Williams again, who's going to get tackled for a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Dang, dude, 88. That guy's got some hands. I cannot believe he came down with that. Yeah, huge catch for the Saints, man. That's huge. He's got hands for days. So everyone wants to play like Odell today. Prime Odell. Ha! Here comes 2nd and 7. Chargers pointing at the Saints. Might be a false start. Yeah, ref's rocking out there. False start, Saints. Rat roll, says director. Thanks for the coverage. We don't get coverage here in upstate New York, so thank you. Wife and I will be watching you all year. Bolt up. I don't know why I felt like rat roll was going to be a very high society accent, but I feel you, and thank you. I appreciate the compliment. We will be here. We will be here all weeks, but week 8, I think, the Bears game. Halloween game, Bears game. We will be absent for that, but every other week we will be here. Rub defense is at least looking good. Yeah. 2nd and 14 at the 40-yard line of the Chargers. It's going to be a play action, and it'll be underneath. The Hainer special underneath. Defended by Dayan Henley, who's been having a pretty good day today. He's had a pretty good day today. And that's going to drop us into the 4th quarter, y'all. It'll start with a Saints 3rd and 10 when we come back from commercial. Chargers still only behind 1 score, but that could change depending on what happens at the tail end of this drive for the Saints. Morgan says, Director, I have 30 days sober today. Congratulations. Stay strong. Keep on the path, my friend. You got this. I can't say that mine wasn't definitely not as serious, but I quit vaping after 10 years this last spring. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever done my whole life. Let's quit vaping. I've vaped for 10 years. Finally got off of it. And I definitely tell you it's not easy. So you're strong. You're stronger than you think, man. Keep it up. You got this. Obi Chris Kenobi says, I am 6'5", kind of chubby. I'm your next receiver. No, I got you. Obi Chris Kenobi. We'll make sure to get you in camp next year. Get you some pads, right? Yeah. We need another tight end out here, I feel. Nicholas coming in and says, how do these kinds of catches always happen to us? I don't know. I also got to give credit to the receiver, though. I mean, like, he's 6'5", I think is what they were saying. Big guy. He's got to have good hands in order to do that sort of thing, but my God. That is pretty crazy. And I'm sure people say that about their teams as well when we roll out with Mike Williams. Right? We've seen some crazy catches from Mike Williams the last couple of seasons. I'll say that. Thank you for the $2 holiday, Nicholas. Appreciate the love. Miguel says, Director DM Twitter says, what seats you, Mr. Director, got? Had to go to that game as well. Hey, nice. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll have to go take a look at the app where I picked up the seats. But it's nothing special. Last year we went all out. We got expensive seats and everything. It was a good time. This year we got something way more budget friendly because I'm just as equally excited to go hit up Thunder Alley, man. I'm going to be there I might even be there 5 hours early, dude, just chilling. Because it's one of those Sunday night games. Might just be chilling for 5 hours before the game, partying with the Bolt fam. And then just kind of chilling at the game. On our back of the stadium seating, but it'll still be a good time. This is guy talking smack in a preseason game. Up 6 points. It's fine. Cheers. Y'all needed a win today. You haven't even gotten it yet, though. I can't even say that. Cheers. Some people don't have an off switch with the smack talk, though. They don't. And it's okay. It's all right. Smack talk never hurt nobody. 13 flags, not our special today. Is it 13 on the Saints today? Jeez, man. Chargers had so many last week, too. I think very little this week, though. That's a good sign for weeks to come. Here comes the screen. Blown up by 90. Was that Matlock? Dude, Matlock's got some wheels. Okay, so there's a screen developing to the right side. I thought he was busted out free. I was like, the only guy on him is the lineman. And he's like, he looks like Grimace out there. Chasing the running back to the flat. Dude, he got wheels. He caught up to him. He got him. 99's in the chat, dude. That was crazy. Scott Matlock blew up the screen. 4th and 7 for the Saints. It's going to be a 2-possession game after this. He's going to hit a 51-yarder. Extending them to 19-10 on the Chargers. But we still got a whole quarter of football left to play here. The question is, who's coming out now? We got Max Duggan at QB. See if he's got a redemption story in him today. Looking forward to your live streams. Hey, thank you, Joseph. Obi Chris Kenobi. I'll take that tight end job. No need to put me out there as a starter, though. I'll take a backup position. I'm sure you would. I'll be the Chargers' backup QB. Yeah, I only got to play the preseason, and I can suck as much as I want. Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll take it. Give me that backup QB. Give me that backup tackle money. No. What's a good backup money other than quarterback? Who's got good backup money other than quarterback? It's lines, right? D-line, O-line. Give me that backup O-line money. I like that. Matlock is super sleeper rookie for the season. He could be awesome, man. He has some hustle, too. Who's your all-time best duo tailback, fullback RBs for the Chargers? I mean, it's Neal and Tomlinson. Like, no contest. That's unfair to all the other tailbacks to ever play the game. Lorenzo Neal was a beast, dude. Can't show off what's to come. Not like to give max 1 quarter. Pressure is on. Yeah, we got some stuff we can learn from this too, though. That's definitely true. I'll play a linebacker, aka left bench. Let's go. I always told myself if I were to go out there, like if gun to my head, they're like, "Hey, you're playing in the NFL today, and you're gonna take some hits." I was like, "Okay, line me up at tight end." I guess I'm not the I'm like 6'1", right? I guess that's like okay at tight end, but I would really have to get out there to the gym and make sure I'm at least fast. Unfortunately, for my size in the NFL, the only thing people would look at me for is fullback, halfback, and I would take some contact. On the offensive side of the football, at least. I could maybe play linebacker, right? Michael coming in says, Duggan Legacy 4th gonna steal QB2. I hope to see it. Matlock gonna be a staple on the defensive line. He's been crazy, man. I could not believe he caught up to that running back. That's crazy. I thought we were cooked. I was like, they're gonna get a first on this, ain't they? No, man. Matlock chased him down. That was crazy. LT, Mike Turner, Sproles. Yeah, dude, those few years for the Chargers, like, you say, what were the best Chargers running backs of all time? Like 4 of them. The span of like 10 years or 5 years. That's crazy. I cannot believe we had Michael Turner too, dude. Like, that's nuts. That's nuts. Here comes a squib, interestingly enough. Is it because we got, it's Dotson the return. And Dotson's going to carry it, bring it all the way down to the 38. His helmet popped off. Why did they squib it? Are they scared of Dotson? Why did they squib it, chat? Awesome, director. Thank you for not bashing me. I'm glad to say... No, you're good, dude. If it's the preseason. If you caught me in the regular season, maybe things would be different. Maybe not. I don't know. I've had tantrums before. Director running back will be fullback. Tear out wide receiver. Hugo at tight end. We got this. We got this. We got this. Here comes 1st and 10. Time formation for the Chargers. Is it still Stick out there? I think Stick's still out there, y'all. And it's going to be a handoff to Dotson, who wiggles his way forward for a gain of, 6? Nice play by the Chargers. Where's Duggan? I thought this would be a Duggan drive for sure. Interesting. We got to hold. Wait, is that for the Chargers? It's against the Saints. Saints, what are you guys doing? I could just imagine them like prancing on the field like when they're making substitutions. And that D-line, man, he's skipping over to the huddle. What are you guys doing? Why are we so trigger happy today, Saints? Jeez. Squib for the practice? I guess so. First and 10 Chargers. It's going to be a play action this time. Easton Stick fires it off to... Ooh, it's going to be tapped or tipped. It was intended for Hightower. He had a wide open receiver underneath, though, with plenty of room in front of him. I don't know why Stick didn't check down. Second and 10 coming up. Maybe Duggan will play the whole game Friday. He might. I got to go back and look and see what the Chargers did with the final game last season. You guys remember? I don't remember. Did we see our starters roll out at all last season? I don't think we did. I think it was always Stick and Chase Daniel, right? I don't know. Second and 10. Ooh, maybe a bit of screen action here? No. They're going to hit us with a false start. Dang, man. We got to get that motion squared away, man. Clean up that motion. Dotson was ready. It looked like that play I run in Madden a lot. It's a swing. So the running back runs behind the receivers. He gets that nice block on the edge. Especially if there's like blitzing a ton. I will go to that every single time. It ticks people off. I like to run the spread offense playbook. Because I don't like people that spam the blitz. Oh, nice ball from Easton Stick. It's going to be brought in by Camp Moyer, the tight end. I think that's a first down. It might be just short. 3rd and 1 is what they're going to say. That's a nice ball. That's a nice ball. Obi Chris Kenobi coming back says, not sure what to say. Just buzz and loving the content director, brother. Here's a $5 holla because it's nice in here. Here's a $5 holla because I feel like it. Thank you so much, Obi. Appreciate the love, man. Here comes 3rd and 1, Chargers. Trio receivers at the top. Trips. We're still throwing audibles out there. 3, 2, 1. It's a handoff. And it's going to get blown up. I knew it. I saw it immediately. I was like, do not throw this into Dotson, man. He doesn't have anybody blocking for him. 4th down. You got to go for it, right? 4th and 3. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. You have got to go for it. Looks like the Chargers are getting ready to go for it. Hit the flat. Take a play out of the Hainer playbook and just throw 5 flats out there and someone's going to get open. Do it. 4th and 3. In motion. Ooh, Darius Davis is out there. Or it's Easton Stick. He's really holding on to the ball too long here, man. He's on the run. He's tackled. It's turnover on downs again. Y'all. Oh. Y'all. I got to see it. That must have been the best coverage in the history of the preseason because, man, he didn't want to get rid of that thing. Oh. Why ain't we throwing this? We're going so far opposite of the Lombardi offense that we are not allowed to throw it underneath anymore. There's so many opportunities where I was like, he's open. But again, it's the preseason, so they're probably trying to, like, perfect it. But they're just attacking the sideline on, like, out routes. Constantly. Yeah, I want to see Duggan next drive. I know Duggan's probably not as good as Stick, but I feel like it's preseason. Yeah. I don't know what that was. Chris coming with another $5 holla. Here's a question, though. What do you think the Bolts record will be this year? I've gone on record a couple of times as an 11-6 believer. I feel like that's definitely something I see for the Chargers this year. That's a good record. I see some people get a little upset, like, director, 11-6. Do you want to, like, do you want my firstborn too, right? Do you want all the money in my bank account? You want to just disappoint me every day of the week this week? It's like, no, man. 11-6 this year is going to be so much harder to get than it was last year. Last year's schedule was like, I hate to say it was pretty soft. We had a soft schedule last year. This year is pretty tough, man. 11-6 this season. I'll go a long way. And I still think that puts us in contention for the top of the AFC West, depending on what happens with the Chiefs, especially if we split with them. And then certainly for the playoffs, right? We'll be seasoned and ready for the playoffs. That's what I got. I think 11-6 is fine. You can convince me of 12-5 for sure. I think 1 or 2 games. I had a lot of close ones in there too. Should be a good team this year. We should get Minshew. He's a great backup. Maybe. I don't know if I'm done with Stick yet. And we also have a rookie now that we can develop a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know where my mind is with that. Run game wasn't good last week. It really shows how important it is to get going. Yeah, it really is. Running game was good last week for sure. This week it's struggling a little bit. Definitely struggling a little bit. Casey's got up to 12-5. Nice. 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 I don't know if I'm done with Stick yet. I will say today it definitely did not work in his favor. Here comes the flat, the signature flat, the Hainer flat to 88. And he's going to pick up, 3 yards? It'll be 2nd and long coming up. Trade for Cooper Rush. That's what I said. I'm sorry. Again, no disrespect to Stick. That's what I said. I was like, let's get Cooper Rush, man. I think he was a free agent, too. I think maybe he was. Maybe we had to trade for. I don't remember. I was like, let's get Cooper Rush in here with Kellen Moore, man. Let's do it. Tooley and Henley look solid, though. Yeah, he looked great today. Tooley looked awesome. 2nd and 8. Here comes the end around. And, my God, they're going to get it. First down, Saints. The 30-yard line. That's right, because we started good field position on the 4th down turnover. Keep in mind, fellas, as we're getting here into the 4th quarter, that we are going to take this party to Bleacher Report shortly after the game is over. If you guys want more director and maybe a bit of my thoughts and breakdown reaction to what we saw in the preseason game versus the Saints, which is still alive in terms of a win if we can bend but not break. But definitely not as hype as last week. Here comes Hainer once again hitting the sticks. And he's going to pick up a yard by 85. It'll be 2nd and 9. That's why I'm like, why isn't there a guy just permanently posted in the flat? Just like, hey, it's going to happen. The ball's coming here. I'm ready. You know, no reason for me to play up there. The ball's coming here. Jake Henner is Joe Lombardi reincarnate, the quarterback. Here comes Hainer. He's going to hit the outside. In his defense, that wasn't the flat. It'll be 3rd and 1 coming up. It'll be Chris Kanabe. I see them going 11-6. I don't get to see them much in Indianapolis, but from what I've seen, they're looking pretty good. Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Again, a lot of pressure last season for the Chargers to perform. Right? A lot of big signings. Didn't quite work out the way they were hoping. Lots of injuries. But that same expectation has to be there this season. For the most part, the band's still together, right? Like, you got to make it work. 3rd and 1, timeout, I think, by the Chargers. I bet it's Coach Staley bringing the guys over. He's like, hey, man, we need... I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out, okay? We're going to put Scott Matlock on a hard flat, all right? I know he's going to be rushing. Like, he's going to have to hustle to get over there. We'll line him up on the edge if we have to. But I just saw him catch up to a running back in a screen. I think he can get there, bro. They are never going to see this coming. Scott Matlock, you're running the flat, okay? Hard flat. Let's go. Break. Oh, that'd be crazy. Yeah. Juan! I don't know what it means. I'm sorry. I'm not as Hispanic as I should be. I grew up in a household where I had a lot of aunties talking smack on me in Spanish. They're like, you should learn. And I'm like, I should have learned. Yeah. Yada, 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 yada. My name. Yada, yada, yada. I'm like, what are we talking about? Stop. But thank you, Juan. Here comes the run up the middle. Did the Chargers just stuff him? I think they might have. Second effort's going to get the first down, I think. I think they got it. I think they got the first. Matlock is Russian. you thought you could outrun the Matlock. You thought that because I size of Russian bear that I could not get you. I get you good. Here comes 1st and 10. And ooh, nice streak there. For the crazy guy with the crazy hands, Davis, number 88, will be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Out of reach of that receiver. I mean, why not just toss it up in single coverage, right? If he can come down with it in triple coverage, he can come down with it in single coverage. That was, let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Second and 10. It's a carry for the running back. Is that Merriweather? It'll be 3rd and long coming up. So this will put the Saints at 22-10, right? Never say never. Never say never. We are Scottish peoples. I don't think I can do a Scottish accent. I can do a lot of accents. I don't know if I can do Scottish. I don't know if I can do Scottish. Somebody told me a long time ago that I should be a voice actor. And I thought about it. Practice some accents. Maybe it's still in my future someday. Who knows? 3rd and 8. Can the Chargers get a stop here? 3rd and 8. And a timeout. No, it's a flag. It's a false start. We're going to push the Saints back 3rd and 13. Chargers, you guys got to get off the field. If you can't get off the field 3rd and 13, I'm going to be very upset. Be very upset. What am I watching the game on? I'm on YouTube TV today. You can also watch it on the Chargers website. If you're like, oh no, they blacked it out, try ExpressVPN, see if that works for you. Worked for me last week. Try and get it to a market that you can get access to the game. Check out the link in the description. 3rd and 13. Can the Chargers defense get off the field? And we're going to see, is it another false start? Yo! Oh, they're fixing the game clock. They want to put 4 seconds back on the clock. This is just in the director starring in an animated Star Wars film. Dude, I would lose it. I would go through the whole journey of being a very poor voice actor, living in my car, feeding my kids the scraped out crumbs of Captain Crunch cereal boxes just to lead up to the moment I get a background voice character in a Star Wars film. Sign me up. There's a carry for the Saints. It's a big stop there. Matlock says, hey, he only got 2 yards, so I'm declared to the world. 4th and 11. Saints going to come in here, try and kick another field goal, put them up 22-10. But the Chargers still in play. 8 minutes in the 4th. But only 2 timeouts, though, which is a shame. Could someone please glue sticks punt to the bench? Oh, no. I do think that we should see Duggan, though. I don't think he gives us the better chance to. It's blocked! The Chargers just blocked it! There's a flag, though. And there was a flag. So it would have been a delay of game, but can we choose to decline it? We blocked it. The fact that my favorite YouTuber, my favorite things, Chargers, football, and Star Wars, is crazy. It was a penalty on us, so now we're going to see another 4th down. We got a guy trying to get off the field. Okay, all right. It was Baker Williams, the safety. Baker Williams, the safety. Captain Crunch, you wish you... Yeah, it would be the store brand Captain Crunch. I'm sorry, I overstepped. Here comes the field goal. It's up, it's good. 22-10 is your score. We're still alive, Chargers. Come on, man. We need to... Let's start the 2-minute offense now, right? Let's go now. 14 for 141 on penalties. My God. My God. So the Chargers, not their best effort. Not their best effort offensively this week. And I'm still trying to determine whether or not it was play calling, which I'm guessing it wasn't. If I'm being completely transparent with y'all, I saw a lot of questionable decisions from the quarterback today, which makes me wonder what happened. What's different from last week? We played the Rams. Yeah, maybe their little baby Rams weren't ready for the preseason. Maybe the Saints have a much better defense, which I think is true of their first team in some ways. They don't have Aaron Donald, though. Either way, not a great follow-up performance for the Easton Stick. Roberto coming in with a $5 holla says, hey, director, as of right now, who's your top 3 players from the team you would definitely want to keep? Who's 3 players from team that I would want to keep? You mean from, like the practice squad? Like the guys that we signed? That I want to keep? I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to say 3 guys that aren't a lock for the roster that I want to keep. I want to keep Elijah Dotson for sure. I want to keep CJ Okoye on that defensive line for sure. And as far as the DBs, if we can get away with it, I kind of want to keep Raheem Lane as well. I've kind of liked his play too. Am I forgetting anybody important? I don't think so. Of the backups, I think those 3 guys. Jared Clark too. Jared Clark's been pretty sick too. That's tough. I'm gonna go with those 3 guys though. I like those 3 guys. Thank you so much, Roberto. Let's see if he followed up with anything else in here. Let's see. I like that. Create a King, $10 holla. Vikings, Bills, and split with the Chiefs are the only losses I see. Let's actually have the comp help me with this one. Help me out here.
Vikings, Bills and split with Chiefs are the only losses I can see if we play like we should this season. I think we have the ability to go 14-3. Even then, still think we can beat Vikings.
Okay. So a couple of things here. I do think we can beat the Vikings. I think if we split with the Chiefs, that's only going to help our case. Definitely. If we beat the Bills, that would be huge. But I think as far as the Vikings, I think we got this. The Chargers' path to 14-3 will be paved through their ability to take down playoff caliber teams, right? And I think the teams that I would need them to overcome, that I think we have a better shot than we realize at taking down in terms of playoffs. I think the Chiefs are one that I think that we could boost my 11-6 record. So let's say that takes us to 12. I think we can beat I think I already had us beating the Vikings. I think we could beat the Ravens, right? Even though I am definitely kind of worried about them. That puts us at 13. Then what's one more playoff caliber? And the Bills. I think we can beat the Bills if we play a certain way. So that would be 3. And that would definitely, shift things. Here comes the Chargers offense. Stick still in. He's going to fire over the middle of the field. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Stone Smart. Once again, ignoring anything underneath, which is interesting. But thank you so much, Creative King, for the $10 holla. Never say never for the Chargers to rack up a nice record this season. As we're continuing to get closer to the end of this game, guys, remember, if you want to catch us on Bleacher Reports, I'll be live there at the Chargers section after the game with my immediate reaction, winners and losers. 2nd and 10, Easton Stick. He's in trouble. He's going to take off on his own, though. He's going to find a first down and then some. Easton Stick with a nice run and a first down. Easton Stick with the moves today. May end up with more rushing yards than passing. Probably not, but still. Crazy. Now is the time with the 31 months as Saints have been playing our offense all week. Second strings are probably pretty familiar with each other. Rams did not have that opportunity. That's a good point. Easton Stick. He's going to find the man underneath. That's 44 of the Chargers. Tyler Hoosman, right? Didn't see any of him last week. Interesting to see him here now. One of those backup running backs. Would love to see Dotson still out there. 2nd and 6 coming up. Aaron Adams with the 9 months. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. 2nd and 6, and Stick's going to throw over the middle. Nobody home. He was looking for, I think, Milton Wright, number 38. Milton Wright. 3rd and 6 coming up. No Max Duggan today, it feels like. No Max Duggan. do an Italian accent? Do I look like a clown to you? Huh? Do I look like a clown? Little clown. Here comes the middle of the field. Ooh, Easton Stick actually hit his man. It's Darius Davis, bro. Davis with the post gets free. That's a first down, Chargers. Oh, we did it. We got a first down with Easton Stick. Let's go. Keep 12 in, man. 12's in the slot. 12's in the slot. Can we find him again? Easton Stick was looking. He's going to bring it in, and he might be taking off again on the ground. Nope, he's holding back. Fires it off. Sideline. Is that 83 of the Chargers? That's Pokey Wilson with the reception. And the Chargers are on the move. Never say never. Is Duggan injured? I hope not. The creator says, in your video, you put a loss to the Titans. Oh, yeah, we could definitely beat the Titans. That's for sure. Considering we beat them last year while being very injured, we should have no problems beating them this time. I do agree. There's a challenge flag, by the way. We're waiting to see what that's about. I think the Saints want to see if they got his feet hit. We'll wait and see the result of that. The Titans, I think the biggest reason that I put an L in that column for me was the timing of when we're facing a Derrick Henry. I don't know if you guys remember Derrick Henry. We faced like a very late season version of him last year, and although he was good, if I remember, Pokey's foot was out. Anyway, we're facing a very early Derrick Henry this year, and usually Derrick Henry in the first few weeks is just kind of a beast. I think Pokey's foot is out. Thank you, though, Creative King. Yeah, I do believe that we can handle the Titans, but that was more of one of those, like, I have to predict with, like, honesty if I can, and honestly, the Chargers usually lose one that they really shouldn't lose, and the Titans were one for me this year. What do you guys think? Do you think Pokey's foot was out? The Pokey's foot was out. From that angle, it looked like it was out of bounds, but it doesn't need to stay out of bounds, right? He can catch it with the front of his foot in and then step backwards out of bounds. That's not a catch. From my angle, it looks like he stepped out, which sucks. Where would that put us? Bowl fam, it's preseason. Let him win. Let him have it. Let him have it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm actually not a big Saints hater. I feel like there's a couple of guys on that team that I really like. I am excited to see Derek Carr on not the Raiders. We'll see how far he takes him. I think he's a big upgrade for them if I'm being honest. But I'm also a big fan of Chris Olave, so I want to see what he does. Oh! They're going to say it is complete, and New Orleans loses a timeout, and the Chargers get their first down. Let's go! Nice! Thank you, officials. Thank you. Thank you, officials. Let's make this worth that wait in that while. We have 6:18. So the Chargers, with only 2 timeouts left, mind you, going to have to get that tutty. Play a hell of a nice defensive drive next change of possession. And then maybe a 2-minute offense, and then there's a shot. But we'll see. We need to see a different Easton Stick in these last couple of drives. Here comes Easton. He's going to fire to the sideline. It's Davis again. Dude, Davis, man. This guy, whenever he gets free, there's nobody next to him. Stick's like, hey, yeah. Go. That's crazy. I want to see next week, and I know it's risky because he's a returner, right? He's got a spot on this team already, a role with this team, a job with this team. I really want to see Davis in for way more snaps next week out receiver, because every time I've seen him out there, I'm impressed as hell at his ability to just get open, which is nuts. 2nd and 1, Stick fires, sideline, and it is incomplete. I think that was Stone Smart. No, that was Michael Ezeki. Is that how you say his name? UCLA tight end, right? 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Stick, you got to get rid of it, bro. He got rid of it, luckily, but it's going to be incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 1 coming up, and y'all are going to have to go for this. And if you can't convert on 4th and 1 again, I'm going to be very upset. 173 yards, 5 carries for 52. He's got the statage this week, but it's been a struggle to put up points. Man, dude, that interior of the offensive line, Stick has been under fire today. All right, we need a yard or the game's over. Come on, Chargers, please. Don't hand it off, please. Do not hand it off. 83's open, Stick. Oh, he's going to slip through. Easton Stick's on the move, and he's going to pick up the first down. Woo! 83 was open, though, bro. Oh. Yeah, look at this man. Oh, never mind. DB was bearing on him. Nice decision. Gets the yardage himself. 1st and 10 coming up. Stick fires it off underneath. And I think it's Stone Smart again this time. It is a couple of yards, but more importantly, out of bounds? No, they're going to keep the clock running. Only 4 minutes left. Y'all going to have to hit the end zone a couple of times, man. We are out of time. We are out of time. Clock is still rolling. 2nd and 7. He's going to hit underneath again. And it's going to be... The clock is still going, man. Tyler Hoosman picks up a couple more yards. 3rd and 5. Darius Davis was so open, though. 3rd and 3 with 4 minutes left to play. And Stick over the middle. He's going to get the first down. The clock is still rolling. Who is? It's Darius Davis again, man. I'm telling you. And that, yeah, he was underneath. Maybe not like the most open, but he just brought in a pass through contact again. This dude's special. Here comes the QB sneak. Are they saying he's short? There's no way he's short. That's a touchdown. Touchdown, Chargers! Easton Stick, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And the Chargers cut into this lead. Should be 17-22. Are they going to go for 2 here? Might do it for the exercise. Yeah, baby. I can't believe the announcer said he was short. Look how far across the line he is. What y'all smoking? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy how in he is. And you guys said he was short. Like, what? Here comes the Hopkins PAT. Hopkins getting all the reps at kicker today. It is up and it is good. And we are looking at a 1-possession game with 3:46 left on the clock. Only 2 timeouts, which again is huge. We have the 2-minute warning on our side, but that's it. And that's going to put the Chargers in a position where if the Saints play it smart, is going to give the Chargers 2 minutes and no timeouts to try and get a touchdown late in the 4th. What would my player comp for Darius Davis be? Honestly, dude, there's a couple of guys I can think of, okay? Obviously, yes, Tyreek Hill definitely comes to mind. Maybe not as fast, but again, not that much slower either. So Tyreek Hill definitely comes to mind. That's probably the most obvious one for me. I was going to say, what other speedsters does he kind of remind me of? He doesn't remind me of Hollywood Brown that much. I think Tyreek's probably the closest thing I can think of to him. Maybe not even a Hester either. I don't know. Here comes the return by the Saints. And 84 is going to slip away somehow. And they're going to get tackled inside the 15. It's 42. Tywin Mullen showing off some special teams upside. After a really poor day last week, he's got a little redemption on his side here. Percy Harvin, maybe a little Percy, maybe a little. Percy was a little bit more of a physically intimidating wide receiver too. It's hard to say. Davis, 3 catches for 24 yards. That's all I need, man. That's great. I also liked his thing on underdog today too. If you took the over on him there, you would have hit. 1st and 10. Here comes a run. It's going to be kicked back inside, and it'll gain maybe a yard. It'll be a 2nd down. Do the Chargers start burning timeouts? I don't know. I don't think you do, right? You could. You could start burning timeouts. Maybe leave yourself 20, 30 seconds before the 2-minute warning. I don't know. I don't know. Second and 9 for the Chargers. Here comes the next handoff up the middle, and CJ Okoye. Nice stop. And he'll pick up 3 yards, but it'll be 3rd and 6 coming up. Now, what did the Saints do here? Did the Chargers just burn a timeout? We did. Okay, so the Saints have a couple options in front of them. They can run again, force our last timeout, or it wouldn't be the 2-minute warning at this point, right? So we just save the 2-minute warning. Or they could pass it, hope for the 1st down, and the game is likely over. But if it's incomplete, the Chargers get away with a timeout, 2-minute warning, and well over 2 minutes left on the clock. So let's see if the Saints are feeling dangerous here. If the Saints pass and get it, the game's likely over. If they run, they're playing it a little bit safer, but I have to imagine they're going to pass and try and pick up this 1st down. Watch the sticks! Here come the Chargers pass rush. Here's a pass over the middle, and oh, it is dropped! Incomplete! Nice play by Tywin Mullen. Can't come up with the interception, but it stops the clock. Incomplete. 4th and 6. That gives the Chargers a timeout. 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock, which is beautiful. Oh, baby. And it depends on what happens with this return, too. Hightower, please, for the love of God, do not muff this. Please, just get us something and get down. Here he comes. Hightower, the returner. He's moving. He's weaving. He picked up 2 yards and went down. With the game on the line, I probably would have put Darius in there. But it's okay. It's all right. 2:35 with a timeout. That timeout and the 2-minute warning. All right. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on, baby. Dante Hall is a great comp. Chewy. That's a great comp. Now, he's one of the all-time greats, right? Like one of the best. But think of like a budget version of that. Dante Hall is a great example. I like that. So a couple of Chiefs. But Dante Hall, that's a good comp right there. I like that. All right, here come the Chargers. And it's going to get batted down. First pass by Easton Stick. It's batted down by number 54. 2:34 left. 2nd and 10 coming up. Come on, baby. Come on. Lots of balls batted at the line of scrimmage today. Something we saw with Justin Herbert quite a bit. But also big ups to the defensive line for getting those mitts up there. I'm sure their coaches will be happy to see that on the tape this weekend. Here comes 2nd and 10. We got Dotson. Can Dotson get some yardage here? I would throw it to Dotson. Instead, Stick's going to take the sack. And it's going to be 3rd and 16. Let it run to the 2-minute warning, man. Don't hurry this up. It's 3rd and 17. Don't hurry this up. It's 3rd and 17. Eat the 2-minute warning. It's not going to matter anyway. Just eat it. They're going to snap it. Easton still looking. He's got a man behind him. He runs into his own lineman. He's down. 4th and 20-something coming up. Very, very, very sloppy quarterback play. 2-minute warning. Chargers need a miracle on 4th and 23. Yikes. Yo. Where's the stick from last week, man? That was bad. He's hesitating. So one thing that I was really not upset about, but just pointing out with Max Duggan last week was the fact that he hesitates. He doesn't he doesn't take what the defense gives him, right? I think he's just waiting for something big. That's all I've seen out of Stick today. There were so many opportunities where I saw even a speedster like Dotson or Davis underneath that he chose to ignore. Those are valuable yards. And both times resulted in a sack pushing us backwards instead. That's bad. That's pretty bad. I don't like that. So unless we see a miracle on first, or I should say on 4th and 23, which if I were the Saints, I'm sending the house this play. This game's likely over. We'll wait and see. He's likely over. Yeah, he looked bad the first half. He looked really bad the second half. Really bad. Yeah, I'm wondering why we didn't see any Duggan today. Very curious. Very curious. Man, that's disappointing. He had such a hot day last week. I was expecting just way more, right? I don't need him to go out there and be like the best back. I don't need him to be Gardner Minshew or Nick Foles, right? We just need him to be Easton Stick from last week. Oh, man. That's crazy. Well, let's see what the Chargers draw up here. That's what I was saying, too. I was like, we have the timeout. Why rush this play? That's on the coaching a little bit, too. Eat the 2-minute warning. Gather yourselves. Find a play you feel confident in. And execute. Instead, we rushed it, and we lost even more yardage. I don't like that. Ricardo Vardaha says, bring back Chase Daniels. Must be pretty bad if we're looking for Chase Daniels again. Stick has zero vision. I just don't like his progression. Like, it doesn't feel like he trusts himself or the players under. Like, I get that we don't want to be the Lombardi offense, but my God, like, you got to take it sometimes, especially against a team like the Saints who have just been locking everything up deep. So a minute 58, the entire game rests on a miracle by Easton Stick, who has looked truly bad this game. The Saints have been generating a lot of pressure. I have to imagine they are rushing at least 4. I see 4 on the line right now. Chargers going 5 wide. And Easton Stick, with not a lot of time, is going to chuck that deep ball. It's a Hail Mary. And no way! Oh! Terrell Bynum! That's kind of an H-bomb! Yo! No way! Terrell Bynum, get out of town. Oh my Lord. And the game continues. We're looking at a flag here. First down on the Chargers. I think it was called a false start or man in the field. So yeah, false start on the Chargers. So we're starting 1st and 15. But we have a timeout. Get out of town, dude. How are we still alive? How is this happening? Come on, baby. That was incredible by Bynum. There's no way he should have come down with that. There's just this. There's no pocket. There's nothing. That was all the receiver. And he just beautifully protects it from dropping to the floor. Just what a play by Bynum. Easton Stick tosses. And it's going to go in and out of the hands of Dotson. Ugh. 2nd and 15 coming up. That was a very dangerous tip off of the offensive player's hands. It was in the direction of 2 defenders. Could have been a pick and the game over. I don't know what Dotson's resume reads as far as a receiver, but that was in his hands. Come on, baby. Come on. 2nd and 15. Camp Moyer in motion. Oh, no. Here comes Easton Stick. He's going to fire underneath to Camp Moyer, who's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards. It's going to give the Chargers a 3rd and very reasonable. But we only got a minute to play, and the Chargers have got to figure out a way to get this thing moving. They're at midfield now, or I should say at the 30-yard line now. Easton Stick fires over the middle, and it is once again dropped by Elijah Dotson, which would have been a first down. Dotson punching the earth in frustration. Says, why God? Oh, no. 4th and 4. Another nice throw by Easton Stick, and just flat out dropped by Elijah Dotson. The game is on the line once again. 4th down. Chargers have looked pretty bad other than that miracle play. Here's the game once again. Chargers. Stick has to throw it under pressure and intercepted just in front of the goal line, and that is going to be game. That is going to be game. Easton Stick intercepted after a player, or say a defender, got free in the middle. He had to chuck it deep and pray. Taking a look at this again. They had a loop blitz. 42 just got in absolutely free. And Stick, with a last-ditch effort, had to chuck it up and hope somebody was home. That's it. GG's to the Saints. Truly, though, GG's to the Saints. That was a good game. That was a good game. In terms of what their defense was doing. They had a nice defense this game. Chargers showed me some good things on defense. I will say some nice plays on defense. Some guys that stood out in the first half. Dan Henley definitely had some nice moves out there. They're going to take their knees and take us out of this preseason loss, unfortunately. Tuli Tuipulotu had some nice plays in the first. Some nice redemption plays by Tywin Mullen as well. JT Woods looking fantastic this week as well. Defense definitely going to be a game that we look at and say, good on them. They did their best, even though 22 points is a lot. Offense wasn't helping too much. In terms of the offense, we have some questions to answer. Is Easton Stick still the guy behind Justin Herbert? Why did we not see any Max Duggan this week is another question we have to ask ourselves. And what's wrong with hitting the underneath man before it's too late? These questions and more answered soon. So give me 1 second here, guys. I got to go ahead and adjust something here real quick. All right, so the Chargers Saints reaction video is going to be live on Bleacher Report here shortly. Going to go ahead and get that ready here real quick. And just lastly to get you guys hyped up for the last game of the season. Of course, this is preseason, so first off, again, good game to the Saints. Definitely a great defense they have in terms of their depth. $5 holla coming in from Jackson says Elijah Dotson immediately needs to head to the jugs machine right now. He does. Thanks for the $5 holla there, man. GG's to the Saints, though. Dotson otherwise looks really good as a runner. He needs to fix his hands tremendously. Saw some good things from QJ, some great things from Darius Davis. Should be pretty interesting out here. Well, guys, if you did not know, I'm going to go grab a link for you fellas. Oops. If you guys did not know, we are running the preseason with Bleacher Report. Let me go ahead and get the link here for you guys. And if this link doesn't work for whatever reason, jump into Bleacher Report and head on over to the Chargers section. You will find me there with my thoughts on this game. Winners, losers, observations, a shoulder to cry on if that's what you need. It's a preseason. Don't worry too much about it. But we'll talk about what we saw. And you guys help me out a little bit, too, in the chat. Get your questions and stuff ready. We're going to be talking to you guys a lot more this week in what the Chargers can do to prepare in their final preseason game before the regular season commences. Should be very interesting. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all the super chats today. Thank you for the 50 from Karen earlier today. That's pretty wild. For all the support, for all the engagement. You guys have been amazing. From crazy with all the gifts today, too. And the support for the Chargers. Absolutely fantastic today. Appreciate all the love. Finesse World, last one says, maybe Staley's going to play Doug in all game next week. He might. He actually might. Sounds like something that he would do. But if you guys want to catch more of my thoughts on this game, head on over to Bleacher Report. We're going to be live there in about 4 or 5 minutes, so you guys can get your voices heard and questions answered as to what I think happened in this dropped preseason game by the Chargers here in the Saints. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been The Director. We'll see you over on Bleacher Report. And as always, bolt up and stay frosty. Much love to you guys out there. Thank you.